paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers scum. They're on giant death factories keeping babies alive and selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weird woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot and the goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. We're gonna stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I'm sweating like a country pig. I'm gunning beers and taking swigs of ice cold Jack. We're at the track, it's racing day, we're getting smacked. I never really understood this NASCAR shit. I thought, how could I be impressed when cars go left? But then I went and baby, it's the best. The ladies here are fine as spring. They'll hop to a ride on that thing. There's beer and whiskey everywhere. There's smoke and rubber in the air. I'm gunning beers, I'm shooting Jack. We're here all day, 500 laps. And when they start them engines up, man, my heart it starts to pump. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. The beer and rubber, perfect mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. It's not loud, we're in the crowd. We're watching cars go round and round. We're in the South, the USA. We fly that flag each goddamn day. And when it's time to watch a race, we crack a beer right on our face. We watch them cars go fast and left. This NASCAR shit's the fucking best. Cause Lord, them cars go round and round on hot black asphalt racetrack ground. We're all obsessed, they're turning left. I'm drunk as shit, I love this mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their country tits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit. On hot black asphalt racetrack ground, we're all obsessed, they're turning left. A dirty summer country mess. They're going fast, they might just crash. And if they do, these ladies flash their cartridge hits. I must admit, I understand this NASCAR shit.
Persons under 18 will not be admitted.
In a world where a checkered flag is just the start, meet Ryan Wheeler, the would-be champ who seems to have run his last lap. But when a mysterious figure offers Ryan a dark bargain, promising the throne of speed, he strikes a deal with the devil that will make him ride and die. From ball-busting YouTube sensation and Arkham Menard's NASCAR breakout racer Cody Dennison comes his first kick-ass comic creation. This won't be your average ride. It's a tale drenched in bone-chilling horror, soaked in violence, and wrapped around the curves of both the track and the sexiest women that'll make you forget the road ahead. Experience the race of a lifetime, or the damnation of your very soul. Will Ryan outrun his demons, or will he burn in the fiery pits of hell? Don't miss out. Get Cody across the finish line. Back Ride and Die on Indiegogo.
I have read a lot of books, and I think I'm a smart man here. However, there is one book I'm really excited about. It's one coming out soon, and it will blow you all away. The book is called Ride and Die. It's about some race car driver and some big titty demons. My good friend Cody Ake Camelot 331 wrote it, and it is amazing. You should all go back, get on Indiegogo, just like I have. Get on it.
Hey, you. You're finally woke.
Are you guys aware that we almost see no titties in movies anymore? And we only see dicks? Has anybody noticed this? Yes, I love titties! Big old titties!
Can you believe it? It's a goddamn Wednesday. Hot diggity damn. What a good time to be alive. I hope you guys are excited because I got tabs upon tabs upon tabs upon death threats and everything under the damn sun. And it's very interesting stuff to cover. It's something I really, really enjoy, actually. So I enjoy covering things where people will talk about how terrible death threats are, unless they're like a fan of the person, right? So you'll see people quite literally condemning death threats unless it's somebody they don't like, then they're totally okay with it. And it's something to do with like the normie brain, like the average person, like normie NPC brain. It's something very interesting about that. Like people will acknowledge things that are like not okay, but then as soon as they don't like a person, they're like, oh yeah, they can die. I'm totally cool with that. It's like, but why are you not cool with this person dying? It's like, oh, well, they're a Nazi. And herein lies the problem. Let's hit these few super chats. We got so much damn stuff to talk about tonight. So make sure you hit that like button. We're 30 away from the big fat ass goal. Let's hit the Billy Hatcher. This is a momentous time to be alive because we're up against the 450th Naked Snake in a row. 450, a big ass milestone. Big shout out to Billy Hatcher. Says, can't wait to see you at the race Friday. Did you see the one university that did an experiment on R changed my view? It was pretty messed up, and now Reddit is suing the university for the experiment, and I bet Reddit will win since they broke the rules. Are you talking about where they used AI to go into Reddit and to radicalize people because people are NPCs? Like, dude, you got it. Like, it's starting to get pretty terrifying, and this is one of my only, I guess, wishes that the internet didn't exist. And this is the only reason why. Because I don't think all the access to infinite information and access to instant communication, instant information, I don't think the majority of people can handle that. Right? It's destroyed relationships, and I think it's destroyed everyone else's mind. Right? Because people, they just get radicalized immediately, either by the people they like or their friend group, right? So people will watch Hassan Piker, for example, and they'll be like, I'm actually pretty, I think I'm a centrist, right? Or maybe I lean left. And they watch Hassan Piker. And then within a few months, they're hyper radicalized and want to kill like Americans. And I'm like, how does the normal person go through those motions? Like, I've had a lot of outside influence, and I still relatively hold the exact same opinions I did before I even had access to the internet or was on the internet, like, often. And I'm like, how are people getting radicalized so easily? Right? You can go to Twitter right now, and there are people saying that we should give hormones to 9-year-olds, and the tweet will have 200K likes. The only way 200,000 people can agree with that is because they can't handle what social media has to offer. They're way too easily radicalized. Now, I don't know if that's an IQ thing, because I know I have a low-ass IQ, yet it doesn't seem to happen to me. And I know a lot of people it doesn't affect either, right? To be fair, most people I meet in real life are very level-headed. It seems the people that are terminally online are the loudest, right? It's very, very silly. But yeah, I can't imagine that it's not going to get, worse, because if universities are finding out they can just get AI programs to go into Reddit and go on Twitter and just radicalize people in 2 seconds because people are so easily radicalized, we're fucked. We're fucked, right? There are old people right now going around keying cars and screaming in people's faces. And when you ask them why, they don't know. They can't even tell you why. They're like, oh, we hate Trump. And it's like, okay, why? And they're like, I don't know. It's how did you get to this point? How are you so passionate that you'll cause violence and you don't even know why you're doing it? It's the freaking scariest shit in the world. Thank you so much, Billy Hatcher. I love you. I appreciate you. We are 395 from Naked Snake. It's going to be a hard one. It's the 450th Naked Snake if we hit it today. But the I talked to Anna about this and a few other people. A lot of my friends who stream like a couple times a week, they went from 500 to 800 viewers to like 100, like in a week. And it's just been like that for 2 months for everybody. So it's something's going on with YouTube, and I don't really know what it is. But hey, man, we still have the streak alive. Why are we still here? It's not. I apologize for that. I did not mean to press that. Thank you, Billy. I appreciate you. Thank you, Billy. Kate of the Swiss says, I'm here to chew bubble gum and smash pissers, and I'm all out of gum. Hell yeah, dude. Smashing pissers is the way to go. Thank you, Kate of the Swiss. Chad Myers says, how you feel about General Tire the last weekend? I don't know, man. But I've had so many I've had so many tire failures in ARCA that it's like getting comical. Now, to be fair, I did have one at Martinsville, but it's Martinsville, right? You can just pull into the pits. When you're going 190 miles an hour, you're boned. You're boned. You're absolutely boned. And yes, I saw everybody online. I'll bring that up in a second. I had a tweet that blew the hell up, and I'm going to talk to it a little, and then we're going to move on to all other shit. Thank you, Chad. I love you. Go Reaver says, how many times did or does or have? How many times have I crashed in my career? 3 times. 3. Daytona, Talladega, Iowa, 2024. And Daytona, damn Talladega, son of a bitch. Man, I was running 14th at Talladega. My tire exploded. I saw, dude, you know what? Actually, to be fair, it's really fun reading the comments, like, of people. You can go to hate channels, and like every comment's like, I fucking hope you die. You know, that's just how the internet is, right? People don't have anything going on, and it's, you know, it's what it's a community, right? I get it. Like trolls and people that want you dead, or people that just like, I don't think they're doing it out of hate. I think they're doing it because it's funny. And I can totally get that. And it's a community, right? Everybody that hates Nick, that's like, I'm completely appalled. No, you don't. You don't even know this guy. Like, you're not appalled. Fuck off. Like, you literally wish death on people every other day, and then you're like, I'm just appalled he would do such a thing. It's like, oh, fuck off, dude. Anyways, it's like you beat your dick to r/ like little people. Like, calm down. So at any rate, but it's the craziest thing because I'm in a very unique position to where I'm racing like in a professional auto sport, and the same haters from before ever, like the troll, you know, channels and whatnot, or I shouldn't say troll channels. I don't think the people that are uploading videos are trolls. I think the comment section is. And you go to the comment section, and these people have to like hate on racing as well, and hate on my racing or what. And to watch them talk about like NASCAR and have no idea like what they're talking about at all. Like their actual knowledge of the sport is basically maybe the South Park episode, and that's it. It's so funny to read fucking comments and see these people say the craziest shit in the world. I saw somebody said, I saw a hate. I'm sorry, I keep saying hate channel. I don't mean it. That I know a lot of these people, and they're cool people. The comment section. It was like my wreck at Talladega where my tire exploded. And when you're in the middle of a corner going 190 and your right front tire explodes, you go straight and you hit the wall. That's just how these things work. And of course, all the comments are like, wow, he's a terrible driver. And I'm like, well, nothing I can do, but yeah, okay. And somebody commented in the comment section, they're like, Camelot's tire exploded, so I don't actually think that was his fault. And like somebody responded to it and was like, dude, the way he actually wobbled in the corner made his tire explode, so it is his fault. And I'm like, holy shit, these people have no idea what they're talking. They have no knowledge of it. They have as much knowledge of the sport of racing as they do the architecture of skyscrapers in 1924. But they like speak confidently on it, and it's one of the most entertaining things. So like if you ever go to those like comment sections and read them, like it's if you know about the sport or any sport. Like it's really entertaining reading the comments. So people like say they have no idea how any of it works, but they're just making shit up. It's really entertaining, man. But yeah, go Reaver 3 times. Daytona, Talladega, Iowa, 2024. The same comment section said I wrecked 3 times, which is accurate. 5, 9, and 20 times. So like that no one knows anything. They just say shit. And it reminds me of when I first started experiencing like trolls back in the day when I first started YouTube, and people would like make up their lore about me, and it was so entertaining to read. Like they would be like people would say I was from Canada, and people would say I actually managed a store up north, and actually I worked at GameStop in Mississippi, and all these like random fucking things that none of it was even. And I'm like, why even make this stuff up? Like who cares where I worked? Like it's the weirdest shit in the world, man. Oh my god, dude. Go says 60 cars don't fall to the rim versus a low speed fail. I think I know what you're saying. Like at Martinsville, you're going like 60 to 100. Probably a little bit faster. But it just starts flopping, right? And then like when you're going fast, you're fucked. Like it's just fucked, man. Now you can lose a front left and a left rear at a high speed track, and you might be all right. Trenton says, was racing Cletus fun? Yeah, dude, that was a lot of fun. We were nose to tail a lot. MA says, do you not count wrecking the nose on that car you wrecked 2 years ago before you started ARCA? No. Right? So, like, here's the thing, MA. And yeah, that was my only incident ever in like short track racing. But if I'm not allowed to call ARCA NASCAR in the comment section of the haters, because they say it's not real NASCAR, right? ARCA's not real NASCAR. These are what the haters say. The trolls will say this. They're like, he's a bitch. It's actually not really NASCAR, right? If that's the rule, then no, I don't count random short track race in Virginia for a random series as NASCAR either, right? So like that's kind of how I see that. But at any rate, we race in NASCAR now. So we're racing the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race at Texas Friday at 8 p.m. Don't miss it, guys, on Fox Sports 1. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Don't miss it. All right, but we're going to pull up this tweet real quick, and we're going to continue. So thank you, Go. I appreciate you. We are 390 from Naked Snake. Don't miss it. We are 1 orange, 1 gold, and 1 pink from a rainbow night. All right. That wasn't supposed to rhyme, but it was good. I enjoyed it. All right, where is it at? Here it is. No, that's not it. That's not it. Is this it? That's not it. Why is some media blacked out on Twitter? Oh, wait, it's just a tweet. Why'd I go to media? I'm not a smart man, guys. I'm not a smart man, boys. All right, so here it is. So, I don't think I've really talked about it because I've had guests on my shows. But yeah, so we were racing at Talladega, and I think it was about 18 or 16 laps to go. And my tire failed. Just a freak thing, man. It seems like bad luck's been following me a little bit. But my tire failed at 185-ish, 87 miles an hour. And we hit the wall with a ton of force. And I mean a ton of force.
That's ton too, buddy.
Here, I'll let you see it. So this is the footage right here. And this is I'm giving you some context to the tweet I'm about to show you.
That's ton too.
I'm right here. I'm this white car right here. That's me right there.
That's ton too, buddy.
185 miles an hour. You can see the car will just turn right and like hop because the wheel exploded like a grenade.
Damn.
That's it. That's how fast it happens. And that was a very, very, very nasty hit. Easily the hardest hit I've ever had in my career. But NASCAR cleared me, and I felt pretty good after a few minutes. I was like, yeah, I'm fine. You know, because at first you're like, what? That was pretty wild. So, you know how it is. But at any rate, at least Fox finally focused on you for a minute. Well, there's that, Helena. Now, to be fair, I got like half the TV time in Tucson when we almost took the lead. That's going to be one everybody ignores. So every time I have a good result, like last year when I was running 3rd at Charlotte, right? Or when I was running 7th at Toledo, right? Or when I was running 9th at Elko or 7th at Salem. Yeah, everybody just fucking memory holes all those times. They just forget about it. Never existed, never have. Right? So thank you, Helena. I appreciate you. But at any rate, so that was my wreck. So the tire exploded. Nothing I could do. It was just a brutal hit, right? So I tweeted this out because, funnily enough, so I'm going to tell you a little story real quick. So at Daytona, Cletus McFarland ran the race. And Cletus McFarland has a massive following. He's also a super nice guy. I like bump drafted with him at Talladega half the damn race. It was a great time. And I talked to him. He was cool as hell. We talked about working together, like in the race, before the race. I talked to him. I was like, yeah, it's worth it. So, but at Daytona, this driver named Amber Balkin, like, was in an incident with him twice, I think. I'm pretty sure it was twice. So, what does the internet do when Cletus wrecks at Daytona and people are saying it's this girl's fault. Well, the internet does what the internet does, and they went after her with vigor. Okay, her comment section was like thousands upon thousands upon thousands of comments of people wanting her dead, right? Because of that, because she just happened to, get into Cletus McFarland, or she spun and Cletus hit her or something. I don't remember. I think she had a flat tire. She spun, Cletus hit her. That was the end of it. So, everybody's going wild as hell, wanting her dead because that's what the internet does. Remember, these are completely normal ass people that just like a YouTuber. They just enjoy this one YouTuber. Therefore, this person needs to die in real life. Dead. Death penalty in real life. Right? Luckily, about 3 days after it started happening, Cletus McFarland released a statement saying, hey, shit happens on the track, but I need you guys to stop going after Amber Balkan. That's wrong. And I agree. Right? I've been on the receiving end. I'm on the receiving end every damn day. So I get it. Fuck it. So suddenly, 99.8% of his fan base flip-flop and start defending her and start attacking any comment they see that says anything wrong about her. Right? The same people who the previous day were saying they want her dead. Now, since the fearless leader said, don't do this, they're all like, oh, right? As if they don't have any individual thought at all, which is discouraging. So, that being said, this big personality tweeted out after I wrecked at Talladega when my tire exploded. They were like, it's very interesting seeing all those people that were really angry that people were threatening this girl now wishing death on the guy that just blew a tire at Talladega and had a really bad wreck. The same people. So what drives this? What's the motivation behind this? Right? And for disclaimer, I don't mind it. I've gotten death threats since day one on YouTube. I don't mind it. Right? But a lot of people aren't exactly equipped for this shit. Like, for example, that girl that was getting death threats, she left social media for like 2 weeks. She's like, I'm out. Right? Because we can see the public comments, right? But what about the people DMing her? Only the stuff she can see. That's where stuff gets unnerving, right? So I think once or twice a week, somebody gets permanently suspended on Twitter for DMing me, saying they wish I was dead. I had people DMing me that got banned on Twitter, by the way, this week, because they were saying they wish I would have died in the Talladega wreck. Now, that being said, every single one of them without fail has a anime profile picture. And I don't know what the correlation is there. It's just pattern recognition. Right? It's very, very interesting stuff. Ben Ryder says, race won't kill you, Cody. Those monsters will. Thank God, right? Thank God. Thank you, Ben Ryder. I love you. I appreciate you. I love you. I appreciate you. Somebody said, is anybody else cutting out? I don't know. Let's unplug and plug stuff up. Let's see what happens. I haven't really done any adjusting on my setup in a really long time. I don't even reset it. Let's reset it real quick. Turn it off and on. Doubt it. Doubt it. Did that work? The Rodecaster is very fucky when you reset it. Bye-bye. We good? We good? All right. All right. So, I'm about to turn left for Cartman. Thank you. Thank you, Chad. Appreciate it, sad lad. Chad. So, anyways. Yeah, so Art the Clown. The issue was that with that was people hated me before anything bad happened. Or any bad perceived happened, right? People hated me before that. And the reason was Art was because they thought, and look, I don't pretend to know like the fetishes around this shit. And Shock Willie, you were the one that did this. Anyways. So I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to understand the fetish like around this type of stuff, but people were really mad because they thought I was like having sex with this random person. And it was like ruining their what is the word when furries take off their heads? Ruining the illusion that she's not 12 years old and a virgin. Right? And I remember reading a message board, and this was not the same person. It was about somebody else. But they said that they read somewhere that this certain creator's mom was only 23 or 26 or 28, meaning that the actual creator is probably actually 12. And they said it turned them on so hard. So yeah, they're all like, I get it. I get what they're into. It's gross, but it's not my thing, but whatever. Go. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you, Go. Be slinging the damn $2, man. So anyways, that being said, everybody was wishing me death every 2 seconds, all day for the Talladega. Now, to be fair, I get death threats every week, minimum. But this is what I put on Twitter as a result, just to kind of like, Shock Willie. I'm sorry, Shock Willie. To kind of give you guys an idea what's going on here is, every week the same exact people. And I saw this subject matter exactly. Somebody was literally cheering on that I wrecked at Talladega. And somebody quite literally responded to it. And they were like, wasn't everybody angry last week for wishing death on a driver, and now we're doing it again? And they were like, oh, but he's a Nazi though. Like, no shit. It's the oh, my position is moral and I consider you bad because I've just determined it because whatever reason that I read it somewhere or I saw it, or maybe I just think that because I think they disagree with me, even though I don't even know their positions. Right. So it's the moral argument. It's like, oh, well, my position is moral, therefore you can die. And that's actually a good thing. And I should want that because you dying's good. Right. The moral justification that death is a means to an end. So I said to all those people here and on Reddit who wish I would have died and are glad I blew a tire and hit the wall head on, I'm eating with my family, smiling, and I'm prepping for Texas next week. And when I take the green flag, you'll still be in the basement. And that's kind of where all of this, I think, surfaces from. Anybody can like kind of trying to iron out like the thought process between, people that are either fans or hate you or whatever, but why do they occupy their time in certain ways? And why are they so passionate about whatever they're feeling online? And I always reconcile it with it's fun and it's community. Regardless of if it's perceived as negative or positive, it's fun and it's a community. And the first way I determined this was when I was reading about Nick Rekieta during his whole debacle last year. And everybody was saying that Nick was skinny, right? Nick was obviously thinner, right? And they were like, what's wrong with Nick? And the number one theory was not drugs. In hindsight, it's very easy to say that now. But the number one theory, because people even mention drugs on the message boards and people say shot them down. The number one theory was he had AIDS. Now, obviously, that's the most asinine thing ever, but that was the number one theory that everybody agreed with. Why? Because it's believable. No? Why? It's because it's fucking funny. And that's why these communities exist, in my opinion. Because it's funny, right? And they don't really care if it's hurting an individual because they don't see those individuals as real people. They have like NPC minds, NPC brains. They treat waiters and wait staff and retail clerks and people working registers. They don't treat them as humans. That's why like people that usually get mad at restaurants and stuff are like normal ass Karens or NPCs. They are pissed that the system is not working for them. But it's not the system. It's an individual. It's a human being. But they don't see it that way. And creators are the same way, right? You see people like saying, I wish you would die. Do they actually mean that? No, of course not. They mean it in a, like almost like a movie or a TV show sense. Like, I wish that character would die, right? But an actual person, it's such a strange thing. And I think streaming is so new and social media is so new that these people are characters. I'm a character. Nick Rekieta is a character, right? Tug is a character. All these people are characters, right? They're not people. So when you see people in the comment section saying, I hope you die, they're not saying, I hope a person dies. They want that character to die. It's not a real person to them. Right? And only when they are reminded that they are a real person, they're appalled almost at their self. Holy shit, wait, right? You ever seen that before? You ever been working at retail? So I worked retail for 13 years. When somebody would get belligerent, and it was usually like a white lady, right? It's always a white lady that's like 40. When they would get belligerent, the last 4 or 5 years of my career, I put a stop to it immediately. I did not allow that like behavior in front of me. Now, early on in my career, completely different. I didn't know what the hell to do. But later on in my career, if a lady started raising her voice, I'd immediately be like, ma'am, if you raise your voice, you get the hell out of my store right now. You ain't getting shit. And when you say that to somebody, it like factory resets them. And they're like, oh, holy shit. What? And you're like, yeah, you're not talking to me that way, ma'am. And they're like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And they'll immediately apologize. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize. Yeah, you forgot I was a person. You thought I was a system or a character. Here to serve you and entertain you. But I'm a real person. And that was probably 80% of the time they would react that way. Like they couldn't, they were reminded. And holy shit, you're a real person. It's crazy. Right? And that's the same way with social media. So let's rewind. When people were going after that driver that happened to get into an incident with Cletus McFarland, they went in on that lady, that female driver. They went in on her. Did she deserve it? No, of course not. But it's social media, right? And when Cletus came out and said, hey, you guys need to stop freaking out on this chick, everybody was like, oh shit. They didn't even realize this was a person. They thought it was a villain in a TV show. Nothing else. And that's about the best way I can explain that. Right? Real quick, Michael Nyer says, I'm so excited for Friday. Wishing all you success in the road top 5. Shit, I hope so. I don't know if we'll have a truck that can run top 5, but I think we can run top 15. Stars align. I think we can run top 15. We just need no mechanical failures. Thank you, Michael Nyer, for the first orange boy. We're now a pink boy away and a gold boy. A pink and a gold till a rainbow night. 350 from Naked Snake, too. Thank you, Michael Nyer. Nolan says sometimes people let emotion win. I don't think emotion has anything to do with it. right? I think it's a football game, right? And what do I mean by that? The same way people see politics. Left, right. Who's your favorite football team? It's the Eagles versus the Jets or something. I don't watch football. But these two community of fans, if you get them in the parking lot together after a close loss for a championship game, they might fucking kill each other over a football game. And they react the exact same way, the same brave brainwaves and wavelengths as they do over politics. It's a video game. It's a competition. It's a football game. So when you see your favorite creator beefing with another creator that you don't even know, these people's first reaction is, I'm going to make sure that motherfucker loses. So I'm going to go over there and say some crazy shit because it's just a TV show. None of it's real. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. Magnum Norris says, question to Cam, should I pay a 15% tip when I'm being charged $6 for a copy? This fucks you up? No, absolutely not. Thank you, Magnum Norris. I will only ever tip a waitress or a bartender that makes my drinks or makes my food and serves me. I don't know how these companies got it in their brains that they can put a tip on a tablet for swiping your card. Here's how you do it, Magnum Norris. You hit, it'll say 15, 20, 25, right? And then that's it. You hit custom tip and you hit 0. That's what I do every time. Custom tip 0. Every single time. Do you tip delivery drivers? I tip delivery drivers for DoorDash, whatever it recommends. Yes. That's way different than somebody swiping my card at a sandwich shop. Like literally they just swipe my card. Do you think they're getting that tip? No, the company's getting that tip. They're not getting that tip. That's silly. Magnum Norris. Charitard, cognitive dissonance. Exactly, Charitard. Welcome back, baby. All right. Make sure you guys like the show. But at any rate, yeah. Yeah. One thing's for sure. You got to deal with the death threats. Even the most wholesome YouTubers in the world will get them. And the other side of the coin is it's very easy to jump on that bandwagon of hate because the vast majority of people don't have passions. They don't have interest. They don't have dreams. And if they do, they're not obtainable because they're not willing to work for them, or they're too old to work towards them, or they have too much of a burden of everyday life to work towards them, which is understandable. But instead of working towards them in any capacity, they attack people that go for theirs unabashedly because it reminds them of their own failure. Right? Every single time you see a comment of somebody saying they wish I would die, or they wish I would retire, or they hate me, or I just got lucky on that top 10, or I just got lucky doing that, or I just got lucky doing that, right? They're angry at themselves. They see the post that I made and they read it and they're like, this is pissing me off. And it pisses them off at themselves for not going for what they wanted to go for. They're not angry at me. They're angry at themselves. Because they're the type of person that another person's success, whether it's a family member, a friend, or a fucking content creator, it reminds them of their own failures. And it pisses them off. Not everybody reacts in a negative way, though. Some people are uplifted. Some people are inspired. I have people message me every day, say, dude, I started my diet because of you and I'm down 70 pounds. Right? For every one of those people, there's 5 people that are pissed off that I'm in shape. Right? That's just how these things work. The DoorDash tip is reimbursed for vehicle wear. Thank you, Charitard. Appreciate you, dude. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that at all, man. Thank you, Charitard. But yeah, that's just the thing, man. Reminded of their own failures. And it's kind of heartbreaking when you think about it. Like, it's not a gotcha, and it's not being derogatory towards a person. It's kind of heartbreaking when you see the sheer anger. Like I finished 8th at Toledo, or when I almost took the lead at Tucson last month, There were people furious. What a joke. What a dumbass. Right? And it's because they hate themselves. Because they're like, fuck. I could be playing music and touring if I would have just worked towards it. But I just didn't. And instead of working towards it, it makes me feel better to shit on people that are. And they don't realize the struggle. Right? They don't realize it. So I think people refer to me as like a trust fund baby or something, and that's why I'm racing. They don't realize my dad's still in the same damn trailer where I grew up in, by the way. And they also don't realize that I spend 4 hours a day minimum sending emails, calling people, going out and getting lunch with local companies, drafting all kinds of different like other media for my current sponsors, trying to get funding to continue to race. It's my full-time job. Every single day from 11 probably a.m. to about 3 p.m. That's all I do. Every day. And I almost lost my house twice last year trying to go for this shit. But people don't see that. And if they did, they wouldn't give a fuck. They don't understand the work that goes into it. They think you're rich and you just show up. Yeah. Rich. 100 grand in debt. Rich. Richard. Only struggle you have is your gender identity. That's for damn sure. What's up, Dick? How you doing, Richard? All right, boys. 350 from Naked Snake. Let's get into the sauce. I've been rambling for like 20 minutes. Why didn't no one stop me? Jesus. Why did none of you stop me from rambling? You could have stopped me at any moment and you chose not to. Oh, it's so delicious. Not that it matters. I'm proud of you. Thank you. Well, to be fair, King Deplorables, to be completely fair, okay? There are so many people that message me and they're nice to me. And they love the journey. So look, I'm not discounting that even a little bit. Those people exist and they exist in a huge way. But there are a lot of people on the other side of it, right? Shut up, Iricus. Shut up, Iricus. All right. I don't know. It was a good ramble. Thank you, MA. I appreciate you. Somebody clip my ramble. There you go. Somebody clip the ramble. All right. All right. First things first, boys. We got so much to talk about. Apparently, Razor Fist is angry at somebody. That's not what I'm talking about because I don't know enough about the situation. I'm pretty sure everybody I know that's involved is people I like. And it's kind of weird. This is happening a lot. Like I see creators that I like that I'm friends with on both sides, and they're like having a thing. They're like having beefs, and I'm like, this is awkward. I can't really say anything, It's just whatever. It just happens, I guess. All right, boys. Got that. All right. Trying to steal Blab's nickname. Who? Bloobs? Shadowban the Ranting. Oh my God. All right, boys. Pink boy and a gold boy till a rainbow night. Wait, actually, I might be wrong. There might be a gold boy. Okay, never mind. I thought I saw a gold boy. All right, here we go. That's one of them, Peachy Peaches. Yeah. Yeah, I like Yellow Flash and I like EVS. And I like Nick. I like everybody. So, like, they're all nice to me. So it's like really, it's tough to navigate. And eventually, it'll probably fuck me over. Like, or maybe not indirectly, maybe indirectly. That's the kind of it. But I'm still cool with everybody. I still talk to everybody. Right. I mean, even some of the people from F&T didn't like me because I went on that Nick stream like 2 years ago when he was talking about like Eric July or something. But like 95% of them are still my friends. So now, to be fair, probably none of them hate me. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. I might be just talking out of my ass. They've always been cool with me. Ryan is trying. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Who even is Ackman? Who is even Ackman? Ackman's awesome. He's really cool with me too. And I think we disagree on most things. We talked offline and agreed on some things. Because me and Ackman, we talked offline for like an hour after that show me and him had. He's a really laid back dude. He just did my show and then just stayed after. And we just talked about Oblivion and shit. I was like, that's cool as fuck. He's just like a real life friend. Totally could be friends with this dude in real life. Tori Mute, where the hell you been, baby? Hot diggity damn. It's like seeing a ghost. Didn't you message me like 2 weeks ago on Instagram? I feel like you did. How you doing, baby? The beautiful Tori Mute with a $20 super chat. That's an orange boy. Hot diggity damn. Thank you, baby. Love you, Tori. Hope you're doing well. I miss you. Also, Scaly what? Golden day for my friend boys. What's up, dude? I will be playing Elder Scrolls Oblivion when my stream ends, by the way. So you will not be there to watch it. So sorry. I'm gonna do it alone. Thank you, Scaly, and thank you so much, Tori. I miss you, baby. I love you. All right. Oh, here we go. Where's the line where you are loyal to friends before you are loyal to yourself and values? That's a great question, dude. It's a great question. Look, dude, I've been through it, and I don't want this stream to be a ramble stream, guys. And I don't want to dive into personal drama, but I may have to. But there has been several occasions where I've had this impasse. And I am very, very welcoming. And I look at every situation as objective as possible. And I talk to every party. The first thing I did when Nick bailed out of jail is I called his ass. And I was like, what's going on, dude? And he told me everything. And he has adhered to everything he told me. And then he pled out. Right? And the child case was dropped. And that was like the biggest worry. So I'm like, okay, I'm glad I stuck with this dude. And that just tells me that's what I should have done. And a lot of people hate me for it. But I just can't live with myself. And I can't throw people that I've had intimate conversations and spent a lot of hours with. I can't throw them out. I can't throw them at the wayside until it pushes too far. And I've had several people push too far. And I had to cut them out. Right? Like Zia. No, I'm just kidding. I love Zia. It's a joke. Zia's the GOAT. But that is a good question. I've had plenty of mods that I can't mention by name. But man, they would get radicalized. It was the weirdest shit in the world. I mean, it happened very recently to one of my mods. And it's heartbreaking because a lot of these people have been with me for years, man. And I mean years, like years. They've spent a lot of hours with me, right? So it's always really jarring when shit goes sideways out of nowhere. I had one a few years ago. I kept hearing about one of my mods, like talking, like, and I don't like using the phrase talking shit, but they were like weaving webs. And they were going to people close to me and saying weird shit and then coming to me and acting like my best friend. And I noticed this pattern. But again, I'm very, very laid back and I'm very understanding. Disclaimer, that does not mean I'm forgiving. So when you cross the line, it's over forever. There is no, I don't do this like takesy backsies anger relationship forever. No, it's when it's over, it's over. So I had one of my mods doing that. They were going and I would hear from random people that this mod was saying these weird things. How I'm an asshole and they hate me and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck? But I would forget about it because I'm like, this is just one person saying this. But then other people, completely unrelated to this person and this person and this person, would come up and be like, hey, one of your mods was in my Discord and they were saying this crazy shit about you. And I'm like, what the fuck? The same person, but different victims. And I find they called me or messaged me, the mod, acted like my best friend. And I was like, you know what? And I told him, I was like, we're done. This is it. Look, I've had 12 fucking people come to me that don't even know each other over the last couple of years with the same story. I don't think you're genuine, and I don't trust you, and you're making me really uncomfortable. So we're going to cut it here, and that'll be it. I'm not angry, but we're cutting it here, and that's the end of this relationship. And that's it. And I've had that happen several times. Not the same situation, but I had one recently where one of my mods, who I fucking adored, by the way, would just they would text me every day. And I've been talking to them because they're a friend for years. But I noticed this weird pattern over the last year where they were just they would text me and they were just so unfriendly. 100% of the time. Just exclusively. And I'm like, why is this happening? And I tried to have the conversation. I'm like, what's going on? And they fucking I hadn't really talked to them much, and they text me, and I text them back and sent them a joke, LOL, and they sent me this fucking wall of text about how terrible I am and why, and everybody hates me, and I should be ashamed, and I'm a low IQ, and I'm stupid, and I'm a redneck. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? If you feel this way, why do you talk to me? Why do you continue showing up? So I just told him, I was like, look, man, you're making me uncomfortable. I don't understand why we have a friendship. So I'm going to end it here. And I hope everything goes well for you in the future. And that was it. That's how and I don't go back. There is no go backsies for me. It takes a lot, and I mean a lot, to push me to that point. It's you got to do a lot. So when I make the decision, it's forever. That's how I operate. It's forever. Right? So when you ask the question, where is the line where defending someone may cross my values? The line is very, very far. Because when I'm a friend to somebody, I don't take that shit lightly. I feel like everyone else does. 99.8% of people do. Friend is lightly. Who gives a fuck? I can drop friends at a second's notice. I'm not that guy. I can't. I've had arguments with Helena 1,000 times. But we're still friends. And I still love Helena unconditionally. Right? Because she's nice. If I talk to her in DM, she's nice as fuck. When I see her in person, she shares her Twix with me. Right? She don't just say she's not unfriendly 900% of the time. Because if she was, we wouldn't be friends, right? So that's what I mean, right? At any rate, chair retard. I remember a time when we were excited for Skyrim. We've been stuck in the Skyrim cycle so long that we've come full circle back to Oblivion, and it feels like a breath of fresh air. The hell is over. Yes, it is so good, dude. It is so good. It's like when you go into the Oblivion Gate, okay? When you go into the Oblivion Gate, okay, and you're in the Oblivion Caves, I think it's called the Nether Caves. Man, it looks great in there. It used to be just brown colored. Now it's great. It's fucking awesome. Thank you, Chair Retard. I appreciate you, man. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. All right, boys. Twix. Share some Twix, baby. Share some Twix. All right. Okay. Yeah, because it's obvious she loves you and is always loyal to you. That's true. That's true. Yeah. And look, dude, I've had mods, friends, other creators want me to take sides. And I don't. Right? I have a lot of this is just something that happens when you have any kind of community that's past 5 people. You're gonna have shit and they're gonna want you to take sides, and I don't do that. Unless it's really, really aggressive, right? Like if Billy killed somebody, I'd be like, yeah, I guess I'm not friends with Billy no more. He kills people, right? That's different. But there's a lot of people that will have interpersonal dramas with themselves and other people, and they want me to side with them, and I don't do that. And usually both of them hate me as a result, which is fine, because that's just not a thing I do, Looks like Nick's getting a lot of support now. Yeah, he's doing great. Love Nick. Loved it. I love him, man. I love. All right. Only person I love more, Cody, is this. Oh, look at that, Larry. What did she even do to earn your love? Nothing. Nothing. Oh yeah. All right. Cam, you think you're gonna overhaul Skyrim and UE5 Game Bro engine they did with the Oblivion remastered? You think they'll do us right and give us remaster Morrowind? I think they'll give us remaster Morrowind. I think Skyrim's ran its course, man. Peachy Peachies. One of the things a lot of people loved about Jeff Lee Bass is he stay neutral on drama and support his friends. That's true. But again, right? If you don't take sides within reason, somebody's going to hate you over it. Maybe it will be one of your friends. Maybe it will be both of your friends. But someone's going to hate you. Maybe they'll understand. That's very rare, right? Okay. So that's just how it is. That's just how it is, man. What's up, Tristan? Hope you're doing well, baby. All right. They'll remaster every Elder Scrolls before they release 6. To be fair, Fluff Master 6 is probably going to suck ass. Unless they do right by it. And I don't know how they could, because, you know, they've probably been working on it for 10 years. So that being said, everything's baked in. And they're going to be taking things from Skyrim that they think worked that are not going to work now. Because people want games that are challenging and immersive. And Skyrim was not that. I'm sorry, it's not. Skyrim is a great game. Skyrim is a fantastic game. It's an 8 out of 10 for sure. But it's not an iconic game. And I know some people will disagree with that. But it's not immersive. I can play Skyrim and I get bored in 10 minutes and I just don't know. I don't even want to play it. Oblivion, I can turn on Oblivion right now and I'll play it for 4 hours and I just run in random directions and do random quests and just kill shit. And I have a good time. Right? Because I get lost in it. That can't happen in Skyrim. It's not a trait Skyrim has. Skyrim is an RPG that was made for Call of Duty players, in my opinion. I want a New Vegas remaster. Oh yeah, dude. That's that one for sure. I would like a Fallout 3 and New Vegas remaster in the same way Oblivion was done. I think that would be great. Thank you, Chair Tard. What's up, Sarah Ray? How you doing, baby? All right, let's talk about what I was supposed to. Jesus, you guys got me on rants and shit. Rants, I tell you. We are farmers. $305 from Naked Snake. Can you believe it? For the 450th stream in a row and a pink boy from a Rainbow Night. All right. So we got a lot to talk about. An hour into the stream. Done ranting. I just wanted to talk, man. I got a lot on my mind. At least I've had so much support come in through the way of sponsors in the last 2 weeks that I have no issues and I can sleep so well now. Like, I think in the last 2 weeks, I've gotten 4 or 5 sponsors. And it's just completely made everything smooth as butter. And thank God for that. Because I was living week by week and not knowing if I was going to make it. And now I'm set up for like months and months. And I just feel real good about it. So thank God. Aeon Water Technologies. Thank God for Flux. Thank God for Allied Cloud. Thank God for ODA Ventures. Great people, dude. Okay. And of course, my other ones that have already been on board. I love these people. All right. Let's make music together. Yeah. Make Sweet Harmony. Oh, let's make music together, baby. Snafu. All right. What's up, Araya Light? I fly to Texas tomorrow, so I will not be active on social media, unfortunately. Because I will be flying to Texas for the NASCAR race at Texas Friday, 8 p.m. Call JG Whitworth, 877 cash now. 877 cash now. Oh, the investigation is happening. Can you get out of here, Ad? Leave. Leave now and never come back. All right. So we got some spice to talk about, boys. Some happy-ass spice. Make sure you like the show. We're almost to 200. Hey, we've had a good crowd tonight. I'm actually surprised. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with your boy tonight. Really, really needed it. I've been feeling really worn out. I'm in good spirits, but I'm just worn out as hell. And trying to get my damn pool going, it's just terrible. Broke my freaking pinky. Broke the living dicks out of my pinky. Look at that son bitch. Poor bastard. So Eldon Cochrane never produced. I thought I sent that to you. Oh. All right. What's up, Victor Allmed? But yeah, I've been worn out. So I've been it's one of those days where I just want to talk to chat and have a good show and just really I don't it's not your responsibility, but I like to lean on you guys a little bit. It's almost like therapy for me, and I know that's kind of unfair to y'all, but it's just something I do. You guys make me feel like I'm a human again, and when I'm sitting around and it's silent, you know. So at any rate, let's talk about the next stuff coming down the pipeline. All right. Of course, we know I'll be up until 5 a.m. because I can't sleep. So become the water you are and swim, Pepper. Oh, David Kelly, I was wondering how you were doing. It's good. The feed propped your first day. Yeah, dude. Been feeling good, man. Been feeling good. How many parents? What's parents got to do with it? What the hell? All right, now. You guys are fucking trolling. How many parents? I got 14. I got 14 parents. Mr. Balloon Hands. All right. 2 more days, boy. I'll see you there, man. I'll see you there, dude. We're going to have a lot of fun. Let's hope the rain stays away. We've had a lot of rain in NASCAR this year, and it's just not rained. It's like 50% chance of rain, and then it just doesn't rain every time. It's very strange. Been getting really lucky. Saul, what's up, buddy? Have you played Moral Dilemma? It's on stream free play. I have not. I have only played Oblivion, and it's great. I think they're optimizing it as I play it because the game's running better and better and better and better every time I play it. So it was really terrible with the first couple days, but it's getting really, really good now. Like the overworld needs to be optimized, but other than that, it's perfect. Okay. Oh yeah. Oh my God, Creator Clash. I don't know if I'm going to talk about Creator Clash, but I've been thinking about it. If you guys haven't been paying attention, our boy iDubbbz, which is probably the biggest crash out of any creator in history, even if you include the ones that got charged with crimes. iDubbbz went from saying like F slurs and the N word and being edgy to quite literally crying on camera because people bully his wife on social media. That's how far we've fallen. We've fallen so far that he did this event called Creator Clash, which is basically a boxing card where people box. And he gets all these famous creators to box. Well, the first one did well. Then Creator Clash 2 happened. There was some drama. Of course, he's like a 12-year-old girl. So anybody he has drama with, he fires. So they lost $250,000 and they gave no money to charity. Shocking. It was supposed to be a charity event. Well, now Creator Clash 3 is happening and everybody on the card's quitting. I think the 2 biggest creators have already quit and it's not looking good. And now they're charging half price for tickets and they're going to have to pay for the stadium. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And in my opinion, if you're trying to run an event, especially for charity, and it's not supposed to be benefiting you, it's supposed to be benefiting the innocents, probably don't have silly ass beefs with other creators and make everything about you because you're screwed if that happens. And that's what's happening right now, unfortunately, for iDubbbz. So he deserves everything, and that's the end of that. I think the only thing that can save Creator Clash 3 is if Hassan and what's dude's name? Sam Hyde. If Hassan and Sam Hyde like replace the main card, that's the only way it would go. But it's not gonna. Because 1, Sam Hyde will kill him. And 2, I don't think Hassan could actually survive, like, egotistically, a loss in any way, shape, or form like that, especially not from Sam Hyde. So, but that'd be great. I pay to see that shit for sure, right? And LA Beast is still on the card. I love LA Beast, but LA Beast is like the most neutral guy possible. So it really, really sucks to see everything happening, and he's just sitting there waiting around. Because you know LA Beast. LA Beast is a cool, laid back dude. I've talked to LA Beast before, like once. Super cool ass dude. So it happens, man. It happens. All right. Anyways, first on the dock tonight, real quick, $300 until Naked Snake. Shout out to Charitard. Shout out to Billy Hatcher. Shout out to Ashley. I saw her pop up in the chat. Love you. Scaly One and Tori Muick. And Michael Nyer. I appreciate you guys so much for all your support. You guys are goated as hell. Thank you. I love you. Let's start the show an hour into the damn show. Have a good day. All right. First on the dock, as per usual, is GameStop. And GameStop's doing the shady shit you would expect GameStop to do. And it's funny to see how they defend it because it's always the same way they defend everything. They pretend they don't know about it, and it's actually not their fault. So we're going to jump right into that. We're going to have some fun talking about it. And then we're going to talk about relationship stuff. And then we're going to talk about scalpers, unfortunate scalpers and scammers. Pretty spicy shit, right? So, hell yeah, dude. What's up? Get me on the card. I'll do it for free. Shock Willie. Hell yeah, dude. Nick versus Aaron. That'd be a good one. iDubbbz needs to reach out to him. No, Aaron said he can't fight because he doesn't have his license anymore. Because he lost his license because he's a bitch or something. I don't remember. I feel really bad for Aaron, to be fair. And I know I shouldn't. And I've had people tell me I shouldn't. But I think Aaron, unfortunately, got a taste of like social media fame for a second. And he wants it so bad that he's just saying whatever. Like he's just doing and saying whatever he can to increase his concurrent viewer +1. Just like that. I think that's what he's doing. And it's kind of sucks to see because he doesn't got it. You know what I'm saying? So like streamers and content creators and personalities, it's when people ask for advice on becoming a content creator, the first things first, you either got it or you don't. That's one. That's number one. You got it or you don't got it. Okay. If you ain't got it, you either have to A, be the luckiest person on earth and most hardworking, or B, your friend gets arrested for cocaine possession and stealing your wife. Those are the two options, right? Or you got to have it. And Aaron ain't got it. He just ain't got it. I don't care if you think his voice might sound like it was like it would be a radio voice from 1982, maybe, I guess. But he ain't got it. He ain't got the spark of the content creation. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? But you got to accept that shit. Move to hell on, babe. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it works, unfortunately. He did get real lucky, though. So he got that taste for a second. And I think it's ruining everything for him. Because he got a taste, and he thinks he can do it again. And it's like, no, you can't. Your taste of success was your wife having sex with another guy. There's no more you can do now. That's it. And people are watching you to hope by the grace of God you'll spill some tea on this other person that they hate. That's it. And once that dries up, it's over. And it did, because Nick's doing his thing. He's pulling viewers, he's pulling revenue, and he's doing a good job. And he's covering the Karen Reed trial. He's doing a good job. So that ship has sailed. And now people that watch him have to choose to watch him because they like him. And that's not going to happen. Because he's just not a likable dude, unfortunately. All right. So, anyways, where the hell is April now? I don't know. No idea. Probably just staying away from the internet because a lot of people just can't handle fucking social media and how brutal it is. And if you're not getting paid to do so, why would you be involved? Right? So, yeah, I can't falter for leaving at all. Like the internet. Because if you're not getting paid, leave. leave. So that's why I'd do it. If I was getting not paid to do YouTube, yeah, I'd be gone. And it's not because I don't enjoy it. It's because I'd have to fucking go get a job. You know what I'm saying? I'd have to go get a real job. Work 9 to 5. Gabriel Knight. The best LAB's videos when he drank the bottle of Ipecac and had a vomit geyser in his dad's car. Yeah, that's like one of his first videos, and it's brutal. Love that video. It's fucking brutal. Thank you, Gabriel. I love you, Gabriel. We're 290 from Naked Snake. It's happening today, boys, and a pink boy from a rainbow night. All right. He contradicted himself so many times. He's a pathological liar. Yeah, the boxing coach thing, Peachy, is when it all was like, okay, this dude's just saying whatever the fuck comes to his mind first. Where he was like, his boxing coach was like talking shit about Aaron, and then he lost his license, and he was saying he's a coach, but he's not a coach. He's a boxer, but he's not a boxer. It's over, bro. Absolutely over. And he had the audacity to say that I wasn't like a real NASCAR driver. I was like a fake one, I guess, even though I'm competing in the sport. And he was like, I'm a real boxer. Camelot's not a real NASCAR driver. I'm a real boxer. And I'm like, okay, listen. Hold on, man. I've been in over 40, I think, NASCAR sanctioned races. You've done 2 amateur fights, I think, that were recorded on a shaking camera phone. And you lost both of them. So I don't think these things are related. Okay. The only way they'd be related is if you had your pro card and you were on Fox and you were competing on Fox at Madison Square Garden. And you're not. All right. Anyways. Thank you, Gabriel. I love you. I appreciate you, baby. Nick's got the riz. Nick's got the shit. Yeah, he's got the shit. He's got the gift. You know? Will that ever be able to spam plate, fork, and knife with donations and anonymous? Yes. Yes, you will. I had a stream recently where you could because I was playing Oblivion. So. All right, let's talk about the things, boys. Let's talk about the things and stuff. All right. Sorry, guys. I've been sick to my stomach and tired and all this bullshit. So, but we got to get into it, man. We got to get into it, boys. I thank everybody in the chat. Make sure you like the stream. We're 30 away from 200. And let's start. Let's start rambling off some bullshit, boys. Is Drex ever coming back? I don't know. I talked to Drex a few days ago, though, on Twitter. Yeah, same thing. I just don't think he wants to be involved in social media. As the days go on and the years go on and the weeks go on and the hours go on, social media gets more and more, and I hate the word, but I'm going to use the word toxic. You know, I think it's the best word you can use for it. I know a lot of people overly use the word, but it's the most accurate word, right? Social media is that. Like, you have people that say the most negative shit possible, and they're doing it because they're bored and it's funny. I mean, it's as simple as that. So I can't really hate them for it. Now, to be fair, I don't hate anybody because I'm not passionate enough to hate anybody. I didn't even hate Egg, to be fair. But like, people are bored and it's funny. And I will admit in front of God and everybody that the Bella Ramsey memes from The Last of Us are like the funniest shit. And every time I see them, I laugh out loud. And they're just so good. And I know it's incredibly derogatory towards her as a person. But they're fucking funny. So, I mean, hey, you have to learn to laugh at yourself. Right? Because where they have her face on a potato and shit, and then they have her face as Buzz Lightyear. Dude, bro, like, that's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life. Right? So, the best thing you can do is lean into it. You know? Laugh at yourself, and then it's less fun for everybody to laugh at you, to be fair. And do it in a genuine way. Don't pretend. That's what I do. When I see somebody that's like, you wreck, I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. And they're like, oh, fuck. Because I find it as funny as they do. You know what I'm saying? So, Gabriel Knight! My boy, Rainbow Night. It has been achieved. The gold, the pink, the teal, the blue, the red, and the orange have arrived at the station. Hop aboard and take your undies off, boys. Because we're sopping. Thank you, Gabriel. Gabriel Knight. And we are officially halfway to Nega Snake. Look at that, dude. Hot diggity damn, boys. In one hit. Halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway there. Halfway there. Helena says it's not the substance that is the poison, it's the dose, and people overindulge to a toxic level. Yeah. That's why it is hard. But that's why I took a class on impact versus intent. Thank you, Helena. I love you. And thank you, Gabriel. I love you. So, you have to start getting into PR training when you get into like anything professional. And I took a class called Impact versus Intent, and it was very, very eye opening. And it just, and I know it sounds dumb, but it changed the way I look at a lot of shit. Right. And it completely has kind of cured a lot of social media stuff that I've ever had to fight myself on. Like I don't engage in like violent, hateful, like trolling, if you will. Now, I'm not saying those things should be banned at all. No, like those are some of the most passionate people that are involved in our communities, right? They give us the watch hours, let's be fair. But as a person myself, I don't engage in it. And I might have a little bit in the past, a little tiny bit. Probably not as much as a lot of these people do. And also working in retail, I think, helps that a lot too. I like to uplift people and not tear them down. But when it comes to impact versus intent, you may intend on saying a thing. Like maybe you're saying a joke. Maybe you're saying anything. Like, it could be anything, right? Your intent may be something funny or whatever, what have you. But if you have like a social media following and you have people that like read your shit, that intent can have an impact that's negative that you didn't intend on, right? So every time I top something up, I reread it like 4 times and I'm like, should I post this? Right? What am I intending on posting? And how would this impact people that are reading it? And that simple thought process, I think it helped me a lot. Right? So it helps me when I read shit too. So what's up, zombies? Go no. What's up, dude? How you doing, man? Oh, by the way, I'll be at game. Where's Chase on the Dawn at? Game con. Damn it, Chase on, where are you? Here, I'll pull it up on my phone. I need you guys to understand that I'm gonna be at this convention. I don't know who just texted me. Hold on. Where am I? Where is he at? Chase on data on. So I'm going to this convention as a guest, and I'll have like a table, and I'll be doing meet and greets. And I can't find him. Damn it, Chase on, where the hell are you? Oh, there he is. Well, that was easy. So it is called where is it? It's called Game and Geek Expo in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's June 8th and 7th, I think. June 7th and 8th, 2025, Raleigh, North Carolina. I'll be there as a guest. I'll have a booth. I'll be doing meet and greets and whatnot. So come meet me. Come hang out with me. Be fun. All right. Sarah Ray, what's up, baby? Hell yes. Hell. All right. Thank you, Sarah. I love you. I appreciate you. Yeah, Flutterbat, exactly. And I think a lot of people do say shit. Right. For example, and I'll tell you a story, Flutterbat. So I made a joke last year on Twitter. And the intent of the joke was completely the opposite of the impact. So I made this joke. It was like during the Pride parades or whatever. And there was like some really like disturbing videos, like a handful of videos, right? Of some disturbing stuff happening, which is what I was referring to with the joke. And I said, basically I said, where is Killdozer when you need him, right? And I put a picture of Killdozer. So the joke is, where's Killdozer to take care of these like disturbing folks that are shooting these videos and doing like really fucked up shit? That was the intent, right? That's the joke. Where's Killdozer? That's my joke, right? The impact was, and I totally understand it now that like after going through it 100 times, was basically anybody that even considered themselves a part of, Pride or that community thought that was like, where is Killdozer to take care of all these people? That was not my intent, but I could see how it was seen that way, right? And that's a good example of impact versus intent. And taking that class made me be able to understand that way better, right? So thank you, Sarah Ray. I appreciate you. So, and people still refer to that tweet when they are trolling and they hate me, and I get it. But that was one of those things that is a very good example of impact versus intent, in my opinion. All right, so let's start finally. Thank you, Gabriel. I appreciate you. We are now only 230 until Negative Snake. What's up? All right. You know that con? Zombies? Yeah, dude. I'll be there doing signings and shit. I'll have my hero cards with me. I'll have these right here. I think these are the ones I'm going to bring. These are going to be con exclusives. These will be con exclusives. I'm pretty sure this is what I'm going to use at the con exclusive. I guess I'm not going to reprint them. I kind of wish it said the con on it now. But these are, I'm never going to use these because I had these made. But they ended up not being used. So these are going to only ever exist in one form at one time, and it's going to be at the Game Expo in Raleigh, North Carolina. So if you want to get one autographed, I'm not charging. Obviously, that would be ridiculous. They are going to be free. Just come up and see me. All right. The internet records rich folks too. They do know that as well, don't they? Nope. Nope. Ashley Elizabeth, if it isn't the beautiful Ashley Elizabeth. All right. Sarah Ray. All right, let's talk about Gamestop real quick. And then we're going to move on to the next drama. And then we'll move on. Big shout out to the chat. I really appreciate you guys being here. I know I said that already, but I just really needed a good chat stream with my boys, so I appreciate you. All right. I'm going to be at the Momo end of May running a booth with my fiance, so I'm sadly going to be too spent to attend at the end of May. I will be racing at Nashville, I think. Most likely Nashville Super Speedway. So I won't be able to do anything in May. I think I have a race every week in May. So why did I share that? God, I'm stupid. Anyways. Thank you, Promise. Appreciate you, dude. Let's start. So GameStop is in hot water again over the Switch 2 because they're actively scamming people. And I'm going to be completely transparent with you. I can speak to this because I've seen it. I've been told to do it. And I know exactly what's going on with the Switch 2. And apparently GameStop's claiming they have no idea what's going on. And they're actually investigating it. Which to them, I say hogwash. Because my regional director and my district manager all told me the same shit. Okay, you ain't fooling me. Okay, you're not fooling my ass. But let's give them the benefit of the doubt and let's talk about it. So like this and share it with your boys because it's spicy. Okay, it's like straight up habanero and not the mango ones. Straight habanero. There's no sweet front end. There is only burnt ass cheeks. Okay. Skid marks and ass cheeks are coming your way as fast as possible. But let's get it right into the sauce because I know the Switch 2 has been a real crazy thing for most people. And if you really want to find out how to get you one, follow Jake Randall on Twitter and follow him on YouTube as well. Because that dude will get you a damn Switch too, because he's the man with a plan. Let's jump right into the sauce, baby. So here we go. So this right here says GameStop canceled my pre-order in store. And I tell you what, if I stood in line for 8 hours to get me a goofy ass Switch and then GameStop canceled it, I'd be dragging some bodies, bro. Your body would be dragged. Okay. Dragged as hell. Does this make any sense to anyone, they say? So I got a call Friday from my local GameStop, and they said they made too many pre-orders in the Switch 2 and had to cancel the last 10. They said if I wasn't in the store by 2:45 on the same day, they wouldn't give me my money back and put it on a gift card instead. Yeah, that sounds like some hogwash. Straight up hot dog water. When I got down there, I asked how this happened to who was supposedly the manager, and he didn't act like one. To be fair, probably accurate. He said distractions. I wasn't there to oversee it. He was very nonchalant and unapologetic. Shocking. I also inquired about the arbitrary time limit set for me to make it down there so I could actually get my money back. The guy just shrugged his shoulders and said, "This is what I got to work with." Hey, man, it was probably the store's fault, not GameStop's fault, because they probably were just slinging shit. And now they're not handling it in a good way, which is not very shocking because all these managers have been working there for 2 weeks likely before they quit and they get a new one. GameStop unfortunately used a program called Legacy Delete to fire all their tenured employees because they were making 50 to 60 grand a year as a store manager. That's what they did with me. That's what they did with all the store managers. Every store manager in my old district had been there for almost 10 years, including me. 6 months after I left, none of them worked there anymore. Just to give you an idea what was going on back then, right? They wanted to hire people in at $28,000 a year and not 60, and that's what they got. And when you're making way less, you care way more about how your customers are treated. That's just how these things work. I also didn't understand why my pre-order was canceled because I asked before buying how many were left, and they said 17. I got the bundle, so I guess it could make sense why mine was canceled. I explained this to him, and he looked through the system, found my order, and passed it to the coworker beside him. Without giving me another word, he told his coworker to give him a refund and then walked away. I figured there was no point in dragging it on and just went through with the refund. At least his coworker apologized. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you could work through this, though. I'd be like, yeah, you're just going to keep my reserve and you can eat my ass. But, there's no telling with GameStop nowadays. It says, luckily, I still have my pre-order through Best Buy, but it was for my sister. I just think this dude's attitude was extremely unprofessional and acted like I was inconveniencing him for asking questions. Shocking. I didn't throw a tantrum or even pull a Karen by asking to speak to the manager. I know these guys don't make so much money, so I was calm, which is a good way to look at it, right? Because they don't make much money, right? And something very spicy is going on now. So you're thinking to yourself, how could the Switch 2 pre-orders get more drastic at GameStop? Well, there was a debacle happening. Okay. Now, apparently, this GameStop locations are getting investigated because they were scamming people with the Switch 2 pre-order. How, may you ask? Well, there's a thing called attach rate at GameStop. And you're asking yourself, what the hell is attach rate? Okay. Is that how many bodies I get when I'm on Tinder? No, that's not what attach rate is. Attach rate is when you buy a giant unit in a store, like a console, the employee is supposed to add items on, like games, accessories, digital currency, pre-orders, GPGs, PRPs, that's gameplay guarantees, or product replacement plans, which are 100% profit, by the way. That's what accrues attach rate. And GameStop, when I was there, they preferred a 5 attach rate. So you get the console plus 5 things. Well, GameStop was turning people away if they did not get those 5 attachments with the system. They were there in line. They were waiting for their Switch, but they were not allowed to pre-order unless they bought more items. That is the definition of a scam, my friend. Now, why would they do this? It's because they were informed to by their higher-ups. Now, suddenly, GameStop is claiming that this is totally unexpected, even though GameStop's been doing this for 20 years now. I had the exact same thing. I just ignored it because I didn't give a damn. But at any rate, some people are too afraid to ignore it because times are tough. So here we go. It says right here, GameStop is apparently investigating a New York store over strange Switch 2 bundle sales. I wonder what could happen. So I'm just going to give you a little taste. The first comment on this says, when I pre-ordered mine, the associate told me he was going to add a screen protector and a service plan after I told him I only need the console. It was weird, and I had to talk him out of it. This is how this works. This is how this works. It says right here, when I worked there, the PS5s were only sold with attach rates. Exactly. The same thing with the PS4. The same thing with the PS4. Same thing with the Switch 1, this person says. Everybody on this thread is saying, yeah, we all do that. But GameStop's pretending like they've never heard of this. Yeah, that's called hogwash. That's called hot dog water. And not the Costco hot dog water, because that shit's delicious. Okay, I'm talking your damn high school hot dogs. That's what this is all about. But let's get a little deeper into the sauce, okay? Because the sauce is important and it's not tasty. It says GameStop's apparently investigating a store over strange Switch 2 bundle sales. With the Switch 2 coming out, the demand for the console is high, and it's likely that not everyone will be able to get the console on launch day due to its increased demand. And that is why people have been lining up to order it as soon as possible and to get their hands on the console. Whoa. It gets worse. Within the context of the situation, it isn't unusual that some illegal or unusual practices are reported from time to time, but you really wouldn't expect them from a certified store, would you? Oh, where have you been, sweet summer child? You wouldn't expect this from GameStop, would you? Well, based on some recent online reports, GameStop is doing it, boys. It says right here, so this GameStop is forcing you to buy bundles, cases, screen protectors, etc., etc. They're claiming that they can't process the SKU just for the console, but we all know what's going on here. Personally, I want Donkey Kong and a screen protector, so it isn't a big deal, but other people are leaving, as they should. Now, as you're well aware, what do companies have to get out of debacles like this? They have a chain of command, which causes plausible deniability. We had no idea employees were taking it upon themselves to make more profit, which they don't get any of. Very interesting, right? Of course, this hasn't been verified by anyone officially, of course. So please take it with a grain of salt, as it might be a misunderstanding or a false report. But if it's true, this means that the store is forcing you to spend more money if you want your Switch 2, which isn't something they should be doing, as everyone should be able to buy what they want without being coerced into something. Bro, this is just like the meme. First time must be your first time, huh? First time in GameStop, baby. Based on some other social media posts, GameStop's decided to react to the issue and claims that they are investigating it. GameStop commented on this and says, we're actively investigating this. Any customer who was turned away should reach out via DM so we can make it right. That's called damage control. At this point, there's been no official reaction by GameStop in relation to this investigation, so we don't really know the results, but this is a good reminder to everyone that such practices should not be tolerated and that you should have somewhere to go and somewhere to complain in case. Oh, dude, it's stuff like this that's just so silly to me. When you think to yourself, oh, this is the first time this has ever happened, right? You wouldn't expect an actual store to do this. GameStop has gotten in trouble for things like this every day since 2006, when GameStop officially took over from EB Games. Software, etc., Rhino Games, all those were just squished into one entity, and that's GameStop, right? Every one of you watching this have experienced this or heard about it. But journalists are like, you wouldn't expect this from an actual store. Well, guess what? Welcome to GameStop. It's not very shocking, to be honest. It's not very shocking. What's up, Black Panther? How you doing, baby? All right. The good old days. Yeah, I tell you what, man. Journos aren't real people. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure, man. Real quick, boys. Big shout out. We are 230 away from Naked Snake. Oh no, we got Gotcha Son too for the Goomba. What's up, buddy? Thank you, man. Congrats, Black Panther. Appreciate you, dude. Keep it going. Helena says, I want Cody to take an IQ test in private, have PDH check the score, then have Camelot do another IQ test, reveal stream with live reaction to the score. I'd score about a 7. I would score about a 7 on a IQ test, unfortunately. Like the show. Thank you, Helena. I love you. I appreciate you, Helena. You're so good to your boy. You're so good to me. The good old days. War correspondents are pretty cool. I don't consider them journos. I feel like those are so rare now. Like actual war correspondents that don't lie about being in the battlefield. I don't know about you, but every time you would see Anderson Cooper back in the day out there in the thunderstorms and the war, it was all like fake as fuck. You know, they have like a helmet on and they're like hiding under cover, and you just see people walking by with their like dogs in the background. Billy Hatcher says, I miss EB Games and the other stores. Those were the days. I loved Software, etc. I pre-ordered Metal Gear Solid 2 at Software, etc. And Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon. Both great games. Not Ghost Recon. What am I saying? Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. The first Splinter Cell. Great game. And Metal Gear Solid 2, which is masterpiece. Thank you, Billy Hatcher. Appreciate you. An orange boy for your travels. That puts us 200 away from Naked Snake Boys. What's up, Benjamin Harrison? How you doing, buddy? I see my boy, Benjamin Harrison. Okay, Fern says, I was attempting to buy a Switch 2 from Nintendo's website. I have a bad feeling about this as my chances of making an order is very slim. Just be committed to it and you'll get one. I pre-ordered 25 PlayStation 5s. And all I did was sit on the website, and when it would open, I would just click it and then refresh the page and click it over and over. No, I was not a scalper. I was giving them away for free. Which eventually bit me in the ass. Really good. Because people started like understanding the process and started like robbing me. They would like win them and say I didn't actually give them, and they would just try to get me to give them money and then try to threaten me with lawsuits. It was awful. So I stopped doing giveaways. You know. STP, I should go work at GameStop. I think I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you, man. No, thank you, man. Well, okay, Fern, how I was rectifying it or reconciling it was I would do a stream and I would do a giveaway, and I would make about $1,200 in super chats, which is about $900 after YouTube cut. And the console was $500. So I was like, that's how I rectified it. I was like, oh, well, I made $300. Plus, I'm giving somebody a PS5, which is really cool. So that's why I did that. So it was fun. So you stopped doing giveaways? Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody kept robbing me. Like 3 out of the last 4 giveaways I did, it was like people were just like trying to scam me. The winners would try to scam me, and I was like, fuck this, dude. Just got a little too awful. People were just taking advantage of it. And I was like, well, got to stop doing this because it's just costing me thousands of dollars for them to take advantage of me because they knew they could, right? Like, oh, well, he's a content creator and I can easily just blast him on social media and claim he robbed me and like he'll get in trouble and blah, blah, blah. So, I just washed my hands of it forever. I was like, no, thanks. Not doing this anymore. No, thank you. Not interested in that because why would you be, right? All right, let's make music together. Let's make sweet harmony. Oh. All right. Hey. When is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? Where is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, I was drunk. Okay. Sorry, I got a message. Hell yeah. I was confused. Okay. All right. So, yeah, Flutterbat. Well, you know, I didn't know. I was a dumbass. All right, let's move on to the next stuff, boys. It's time to have a little fun with the chat. Okay, hold on. Reminder, we are 200 from Naked Snake. What is this? I don't want to click on that shit. Not safe for work. Well, I'm not trying to get arrested. All right. Do I look like I want to die today? But okay. We're gonna read this one. We're gonna have some fun. Did Review Tech get banned on his second ID? I don't see him anymore. STP. Review Tech deleted his main channel. I'm not really sure why. He's kind of changed what he feels about it. I think he probably regrets it now, but he was going through some mental shit, but he still has a streaming channel. So I mean, at least there's that. I know I would be devastated if I didn't have an outlet so at least he's still got that going. All right. His second has gone down too. Well, he changed the name of it, STP. It's called like Lawcal Porch Camp. I can't believe Cecil's cross streaming over me. That son of a bitch. At least we have we're friends with Shizzy Wizzy. Dude, everybody is streaming. God damn. Okay, who is it? Oh, that's why. Yeah, he changed the name of his channel to Rich Tomorrow, I think is the name of it. Yeah. All right, let's read this one. I want chat to participate in this, please. Yeah, I think Rich is doing all right. I talked to Rich and he seemed real normal. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. All right, boys. I want y'all's opinion on this, and I want y'all's experiences, your personal experiences. It says, I, a 34-year-old female, have been married to my husband, 35-year-old male, almost 3 years, together almost 6, which is not a long time. That's pretty quick, to be fair. When we first lived together, he used to get up early, and he would send me a loving text every morning to wake up to. Tonight, I was deleting photos on my phone and saw a screenshot of one of those texts from 5 years ago that said, "You're amazing, and I love you, and you're my favorite person. I hope you have a great day." Seeing and remembering this felt crushing because I haven't felt this sort of love in a long time. Maybe sometimes in short bursts, but never consistently. I started having thoughts like, am I ever going to feel adored again? And now, a little bit of advice. When you're in a relationship for a long period of time, things change. Now, a lot of people, men and women, but mainly women, I think, take this as a negative. He doesn't say the sweet things he said day one. He doesn't do the sweet things he did day one. That's because you're in a real relationship. This is a real relationship now. And it's the little things. It's the little things. You can't keep doing things like that because they lose their luster. They don't mean as much, right? You should still maybe do them, but you can't force that. You're two individual humans, and you're in this battle for a long ass time. The infatuation stage doesn't last forever, right? And that's why those things fall off. They just do. I'm about to sneeze. Oh my gosh, sorry guys. That was a good one. All right. It says, we went to the dog park and he asked me what was wrong. I told him I was feeling down and why. He didn't speak for several minutes, and then I asked what he was thinking, and he said he didn't know how to take this because he thought we were just going to have a nice time together, and he wanted to salvage the day. He seemed mildly annoyed. At that point, I felt so rejected, unseen, and burdensome, and I told him he could just finish his walk alone. And that, my friends, was her first mistake. If you want to have the conversation, have the conversation. Don't throw a little tantrum and walk away because you're screwed. You don't have tantrums, you have conversations. Yeah, I get it. You get frustrated in the moment, but you don't have tantrums, you have conversations. And you need to realize that in the moment. People need to understand that you're going to lose your cool every now and then, but you have to realize during the losing the cool or immediately after that you fucked up and you need to be like, look, I'm sorry, let's have a conversation. That goes a long way. Shizzy Wizzy Nut, my boy, says you're about to be hit with a raid. Hell yeah. Hell to Shizzy Wizzy. The guy that's keeping my channel alive. I love you, dude. Shizzy Wizzy's the man. He's so good to me. All right, boys. Make sure you like the stream. We are $200 exactly from Naked Snake for the 450th show in a row, by the way. So we walked in different directions and finally talked in the car. I started sobbing and told him I was already feeling sensitive, sad, and vulnerable when we started the walk, and his reaction made me feel like shit. So I told him I didn't feel normal, that I could be in a vulnerable state, and he would react with zero empathy, tenderness, and reassurance. And I want to point out something about this that I'm reading. Okay. I'm reading that I, me. Do you get what I'm saying? The way you reacted made me feel bad. That is not the right way to look at situations. The way you're feeling upsets me. You're invalidating someone's feelings by saying it's hurting you. That's your first mistake. You don't do that. Okay? Everybody's feelings should be validated in the relationship within reason, right? Shizzy Wizzy raid, everybody raid. Shizzy Wizzy. We need some I need some Lil Jon on my board. What? Shizzy raid. Let's go. What's up, boys? Thank you guys. Thank you, Shizzy. Give him a kiss on his his face. 100 likes from 300. $200 in super chats from the Naked Snake. Everybody welcome my boy Shizzy Wizzies. They're the goats. I appreciate you guys. Shizzy rates me a lot, and I don't deserve it. So I appreciate that, Shizzy. It says he continued to get more frustrated and hostile as I continued to cry more. He finally admitted since a difficult period 2 years ago, he feels like he's had a deadened response to my emotions. He believes that I have criticized him too much, and it feels like I punish him constantly. He said my emotions feel way too big for him. I told him I can't be in a relationship like that I need empathy from my partner. Is there any salvaging this, or is my marriage over? Yes. Your marriage is over. And I don't want to side directly, but it's her fault. Because unbeknownst to her, the way she's acted over the last couple of years has probably made him resent her. Now, also, he probably maybe didn't have communication and voice his concerns. So that's also an issue. But yeah, I think that's pretty obvious, right? If you start to resent your partner, it's because A, they're doing something that you don't like over and over, and you haven't had the conversation, or B, you have and they continue to do so. Both causes resentment. Both is going to end a relationship if it's not adhered to. Sticky Widget became a member, my boy. Thank you, dude. Thank you, man. It says what happened 2 years ago. There's important information left out. Well, let's find out. Let's find out what happened 2 years ago. Oh, look at this. You skipped over the difficult period, which could mean a lot of things. Here we go, boys. Oh, my God. Love you, Sticky Widget. Thank you, baby. I love you, dude. Appreciate you, man. Attorney Aussie Overload. Oh, my God. Attorney Aussie Overload. What's up, dude? How you doing, buddy? Thank you guys for the raid. Make sure you like the stream. Love you, dudes. Appreciate you, dudes. We are two red boys from a Naked Snake night. Debbie Webb, what's up, baby? All right, let's see what the difficult period was. You guys ready? Here we go. The comment section's got her ass, John. It says 2 years ago, my mom had a serious health issue and almost died. It was after 2 years of supporting my husband financially and through school, feeling unsupported and very lonely by myself in a new city. What happened with my mom kind of broke me. For a month or two afterwards, I was really emotional. I was crying every day or two, and my husband did his best to support me. He felt extremely criticized by me during this period and feels he has trauma. We have always been faithful to each other. I did cry a lot and was super emotional to this period, and I did criticize him more often, and it was undeserved. I never did belittle him or call him names. You would not say on here if you did. Dude, look, there's personality types, right? There's personality types, okay? The personality type that we're missing here. And I'm the same way. I'm the exact same way, Okay. If you push me to a certain point, and we talked about this earlier in the show, right? You push me to a certain point and you break that line, it is over. There is no takes backsies for me. That's just how I am. And I have one friend right now who does not watch my channel at all. I know them kind of from social media a little bit, but they don't watch my channel, and they don't even, I don't think they even know, But they push me a lot. And I'm in a situation right now to where I'm almost at the line. To where I'm like, look, I think you have a good heart, but I'm gonna end it here, and I hope things work out for you. Because I am not gonna feel stress for no reason. I'm already stressed enough. You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually dealing with that right now with a person that none of you would know, so it doesn't matter. But I feel like that. And that's a personality type, right? And it can happen in a relationship, right? If you are with somebody and you tell them, look, I am not okay with this certain thing. We need to address this certain thing. And you can't reconcile that as the other person. My personality type, and John Harris's apparently, is if that happens and you keep doing it, you're going to cross the line eventually. And I will, maybe some people aren't brave enough to leave their relationship, but they will check out emotionally. And the other person will be so confused as to what happened. What happened, man? It's like you pushed me to the point and you went past it. And I'm done emotionally. Now, to be fair, I'm pretty quick at doing it. I'll do it to your face. But still, like, people will check out if you push them past that line. They'll never be able to look at you the same way. It's just how it is. Oil up, Mufasa! Mufasa. Long live the king. Thank you, Mufasa. What up, G? It's Cecil. Just say it. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's Cecil. No, don't mind me just listening. Love you. I love you, Aussie. They should never promote you regardless of how right they think they are. Yeah, well. Sounds like I came in at the right time. BF's been drinking and screaming at me all night. Why? How much longer am I streaming, promise? Probably about maximum an hour. Thank you, Mufasa. So we got 100. We're 198 from Naked Snake, and we got an hour to hit it. Layla Decker says, this isn't a Disney movie, lady. It's real life. It's real life, damn it. Like the stream, because this is real life. All right. Yeah, my biggest pet peeve with that one is me, I. Me, I. Me. And if a girl, I'm generalizing, by the way, if a girl can admit that she criticized you, it is way worse than we know. Otherwise, she wouldn't admit it, She wouldn't admit it otherwise. I'm just going to put that out there. That's just how I feel about it, dude. Oof. All right, boys. Oh my God. All right, let's do this. This one's gonna be fun. Thank you, Mufasa. Just too much on top of his own stress got him to hydrate and lay down. Hey, I get it. The issue is, Base Queen. Here's the issue, Base Queen. You got to be able. You have to be able to control those things, right? If you're stressed the fuck out and you take it out on your significant other, which is you, Base Queen, needs to be like, you need to have that conversation as that shit's happening or right directly after. Look, I understand you're stressed. I don't appreciate you taking it out on me. There's your first conversation. If this conversation has to continue happening, decisions have to be made. Because the other person is very well aware that this is a tendency they have. The conversation It's giving you notice to learn to fix that and control it. Right? We all get frustrated. But we have to work at it. We have to work towards being better. Right? A relationship isn't about, oh, well, let's have a conversation and say I'm sorry later. No, it's about having the conversation and working towards improving or fixing this thing. Right? And if you're not willing to work for it and it keeps happening, what are we even talking about anymore? April! AJ, aka Abrin Design 3D World has me upside down. Just want to say I love you. Thank you, AJ / April / Abrin Designs. How you doing, baby? Hope you're doing well. Rage says, well, let's speak to that, Rage. Thank you, April. I love you. An orange boy for April gets us 178 till Naked Snake. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, 100%, Benjamin. 100%, dude. Thank you, April. We love you, April. Everybody loves you. We all love you. So Rage says your chick shouldn't bring more stress. Sure. Look, I agree. Now, variables are at play here. If your wife or girlfriend has a job, a full-time ass job, it's hard. Everybody gets frustrated, man. But it goes back to what we're saying. You gotta work towards improving that shit. Right? Don't just talk about improving it or saying you're sorry or saying you're gonna work on it. Do it. Right? But I agree with you, Rage. Yeah. If you working your ass off and your chick's at home, you need to settle down. Like, just don't add to it, baby. Oh, you get what I'm saying. Art the Clown, wishful thinking, I always like to say. Like the stream. Oh my gosh, Bass Queen with a pink boy. Oh, been a while since I checked in. Well, I'm glad you're here, baby. We love you. We love you and we appreciate you, Bass Queen, for your support as always. Thank you. I love you. And make sure you enjoy the show and you have a good ass time, baby. Now, I got to get on a plane tomorrow morning and fly to Texas. Whew. And then I get to go 190 miles an hour into the corners of Texas. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it, man. Thank you, Bass Queen. Bass Queen with a pink boy. All right, let's read this next one. This next one's going to be interesting. I'm very excited. I always love the stories that have a certain variable in them. Yeah. Boo-boo Zoom. Hey, that's my name, April. What the fuck? I forgot about that. Oh, it's now Ashley Elizabeth's birthday. What? Is it? There's no way. Not for reals, though. I had to send her a picture of my balls. Thank you. Thank you, Bass Queen. All right, let's bring up the next one. I think stress is a natural byproduct in a relationship. It builds between people naturally. What matters is how the couples deal with that stress. 100%. And some people just can't. They just can't. You know? All right. Jay Lee Bot says, come for a beer. I don't know if I'll have time. It's gonna be stressful weekend. All right. Here we go, boys. Next one on the dock. 128 from Naked Snake, boys. Gonna need a microscope. No, Mick Stellar, my balls are massive. I ain't got no pee-pee. I just have balls. It's like a dimple. I got a dimple in a ball sack. Diego Hernandez. What's up, man? Oh, man. So this says right here, my boyfriend has strict rules, and I'm not sure if I can keep going like this. All right, well, let's see what his strict rules are, guys. Because I guarantee you I know what they are. I've been in a relationship with my boyfriend for almost a year now, and although things are great, there's some stuff that really bothers me and are starting to feel like red flags. I'm unsure I should proceed with the relationship under the rules he's been enforcing, or if I should keep tolerating his weird opinions. Uh-oh. First of all, she's 18. This is not going to work, baby. Okay. Second of all, he's 21. This is not going to work. You guys are boned. You're boned. Okay? People don't understand this. If you can survive your relationship at 18 to 21, like your whole life, you're together forever, either A, it's a miracle, or B, you both have skeletons in your closet. Because you learn a lot as a human being through your 20s. A lot. You learn a lot. Right? And you just get better. You get better at it. You get so much better at like relationships the older you get. I don't know if it's a byproduct of aging, but you just do. You like understand shit more. Whereas when you're 18 or 20, you're dumb as fuck. Right? You don't get shit. I used to get jealous. Right? Now, this was when I was like 21. I would get that boyfriend jealousness. Not very bad, but I remember like my ex-wife like talked to one of her guy friends, and I was like, I don't like that. It would like kind of like weigh on my mind. That shit is so gone from me now. I don't give a fuck anymore. If I'm with a girl and she's talking to a guy, I'll tell her right away, look, dude, you got a guy friend you're gonna go hang out with? Not gonna fly, baby. We ain't doing that shit. Right? And eventually you'll find a girl that totally understands. Like they get it. They wouldn't be okay with me going hang out with one of my female friends alone, right? So that being said, we've all seen it, right? But you'll lay down the law immediately, right? But you won't feel the jealousy. No, I don't. I'll just tell you, I'm like, don't do that, right? But I don't feel that way on jealousy. Why? Because if you just do it, I'll be like, all right, baby, bye, and I'll just fucking smash. Not a big deal. One of the biggest issues is that he asked me to cut off my boy best friend of over 4 years. Boy best friend, you say? Your boy best friend, you say? Oh. Your best guy friend. Totally just friends. What's your first question to ask? Would he have sex with you if he could? No, it's not like that. Okay. Okay. I like to respond to this in a way that's very, very, very complete. I am 35 years old. I am not a kid. You don't have a boy best friend. You got a backup plan, and or you got a dude that will have sex with you given any opportunity to do so. The only reason he asked me to do it is he found an album on my phone where I had saved a bunch of photos and videos and messages from our chats. Nothing inappropriate, just a lot of memories. He got the wrong idea and felt uncomfortable, so he told me that I had to at least stop talking to him. And to be completely fair, and I know a lot of women disagree with this, but I think this is reasonable. I think this is reasonable. Why? Because it is the most utter betrayal and disrespectful thing to talk about your relationship strife to another man. That will never fly, ever in the history of time. If you go talk to another man about drama you're feeling with me or strife with your guy, your husband, me, and you talk to another man about your strife, that shit's done day one, baby. If you're having issues, communicate with me and no one else. I don't even want you communicating with other women about it. Although, I can almost understand wanting their perspective. Knowing women, though, they give terrible advice. Leave him. They always say, leave him. Your single female friends will always encourage you to leave your husband. It's a very strange phenomenon. Be miserable like me. All right. But no, never go. If you go to a man with your relationship problems of your husband, oh, no, thank you. No. Another thing that he really gets, he wants me to do is he won't let me wear short skirts anymore, even if I wear safety shorts underneath. What the hell's a safety short? So her cheeks don't show? He says he doesn't want me to look like a communicative woman. I guess an available woman, I guess. We also had a big argument over what swimsuit I should wear this summer. He's obviously against bikinis and even some swim dresses if they show cleavage or are too short. According to him, it's not safe for me to get too much male attention, especially if I'm out alone. That idea has only come up more recently as I was allowed to wear a skirt for the first time in 9 months, but then he changed his mind after I broke his trust on multiple occasions, and if I hadn't, then he wouldn't have had to take back such strict rules. Okay, look, let me speak to this. I disagree. Now, his reasoning being, I don't want you to be in danger if you're out and alone and you're at a club and you're like walking down a dark alley. I would rather you not be wearing something. I understand that viewpoint, but I'm not that guy, baby. I'm not that guy. And I know some guys in the chat are going to disagree with me, but I love when my chick has her cheeks out, bro. I love when my chick is slick looking, baby. I love when I go to the damn beach or go to a pool and my girl's in a freaking bikini and she's looking slick. Dude, I love it. It's like fucking having a trophy. Fucking love that shit. I'm not that guy. I don't know why I'm like that, but I love it. Woo! Wear your bikini, baby. Because I'm going to look at that and I'm going to be like, that's my girl. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right? That's how I am. You know what I'm saying? When you see your son as a father, when you see your son score a touchdown in the big football game, what do you say? What do you say? That's my boy. When I see my girl on the side of the pool or her swimsuit on, got them cheeks out, that's my girl. Hell yeah. That's dude, I love it. I can't stop it. So I'm like, cast out. What are you gonna wear if I take you to the beach? A thong. Yeah, dude. Look, dude. Look. Why you gotta have a crazy font, baby? Why you gotta have crazy font, baby? I don't know what your name is. Alik? I like how 99% of the time women dress like that for themselves to make themselves feel good. I disagree. I think 99% is quite high, baby. I think probably 40%. Right? I have a lot of female friends over the years of smashing pissers. I retained a lot of the cool ones as friends, man. And I can tell you right away that 100% of them dress sexy because they want to look sexy in front of some chads. Look, dude, there's nothing wrong with that. I wear a tight-ass shirt to the club. Aliquad. I wear a tight-ass shirt to the club so chicks see my titties. This is how I am, baby. I dress for my man. Also true. All that, yeah. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, you get it. And for me a little, April, right? Come on. Come on, April. You're doing it for me too, right? Come on. Soundcast says, when was the last time you went to the club? Oh, shit, dude. It's been a while. It's been a while, dude. Alabama club. Bro, there's some wild clubs here, dude. I live in the city, Rage. I live in the city. Like skyscrapers and shit. All right. Graveyards. He also demands that I'm home before 8:30 p.m. I live in a city and have a 1-hour ride home using public transport. Gross. Most of the time, I come back from a day with friends sooner than he tells me to, and he said he felt disrespected that I always do the same mistake and that it's way too risky for me to travel that late by myself. Okay, look. It's hard that I don't have that perspective because I don't live in like that kind of city, but I 100% would not want my girl being out in the dark. I'll give you an example. So, you guys remember Tiny One Badger, right? She was annoying as hell. But I would be streaming, and this was back before COVID, right? I would be streaming and she would be like, hey, I'm going to go to Walmart. I need to get something at Walmart, right? And I would be like, no, you don't. You're not going to Walmart, Tiny. And she'd be like, why? And I'd be like, when I get off my stream, I will take you to Walmart and I will go with you. But you are 5'0" and 82 pounds. You're not going to Walmart at 11 p.m. alone. It's not happening. Right? And it's not because I had any rule at all over her. It's because I would never be able to live with myself if Tiny went to the damn Walmart and got slapped around by some homeless guy. No, not happening. I will take you. You know? Now, to be fair, I mean, if she wanted to go at 2 or 3, I don't care. But at night, no, I'm going. Because you guys know Tiny, or knew Tiny. She's like a tiny little defenseless little squirrel. I felt obligated to make sure she didn't die, dude. And I still worry about her. And I haven't seen her in fucking years. I still worry about her. And I have like nothing to do with Tiny, even a little. Her husband definitely he's big and jacked, so that's good. But I still worry about her, you know, because it's just one of those things. He checks my phone sometimes. He doesn't read anything, but he did ask me one time to show him the TikToks my friend was sending because I sent him a video about a gym guy humbling another. It was harmless meme, but he felt uncomfortable that she sent me a video of a shirtless guy. Okay, yeah, this guy kind of sucks. This guy kind of sucks, right? He also told me I can't have a group of friends if there are males involved, and that I shouldn't have any close friendly communication with guys at all. Little unreasonable. This guy's bordering on unreasonable. On top of that, he regularly calls women derogatory words online for posting gym pictures and even leaves comments under their videos. He has said some really misogynistic opinions, and while he's always ready to argue, he's ready with arguments to support them, it's still not something I'm comfortable with. Who gives a fuck? It depends on what you consider misogynistic, right? It's just how it works. Like she could consider literally the most innocent comment to be misogynistic. So her perspective on what's misogynistic and less defined is irrelevant. I want to also, however, mention the good sides as well. He's told me once that we move in together, he'll take care of everything, expenses, support me through school, helping me, making sure I have everything I need. And right now he's very supportive. Our communication is really good. And I do enjoy being with him, but these rules and the controlling behavior are really putting me off. Should I break up with him? Yeah. Everybody on Reddit's going to say you should break up with him. One thing's for true. They are far too young for it to even really matter. 18 and 21, this is not your last relationship. But B, he's definitely overbearing. And she needs to have the conversation with him. So now the burden is on her. Now, in her defense, she's 18. So this is way more stressful and anxiety-inducing than it would be for me. Right? I'd say it immediately. Not comfortable with this. Fix it. Right? But for her, it's probably way harder than that. Right? She needs to have the conversation. Hey, dude, I don't see anything wrong with a skirt. You're being crazy. I'm going to wear skirts. If you ain't like me wearing skirts, figure it out. If you want to leave, that's fine too. Right? It's a damn skirt. All right? Bikinis, same shit. Okay? Hey, if I'm with you and I want to wear a bikini, I'm with you. All right? Chill out. And as far as looking through her phone, I've never been a fan of that, regardless, ever, Aliquad. Good Lord. I don't care if my hubby watches titty streamers and he doesn't care if I look at naked dudes. Maybe we're just old and boring. We've been together nearly 17 years. That's how it should be. I'll be scrolling through TikToks. I don't watch TikTok because I'm not a communist, but I'll scroll through Facebook Reels and I'll see a chick with a big old fat ass on her. And I'll show PDH. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'll do. And and it's totally cool. Yeah, who cares? Who cares? There's nothing wrong with appreciating the attractiveness of the human body. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see anything wrong with it. But hey, man, that's just me. Effing cowards. Effing cowards. What's up, Mortified Penguin? I bet plenty of women that wouldn't want their man going without, especially at night. First concern, probably a sneaky link or partying, but they'd also be worried about their safety. Yep. All right, boys. We are $120 from Naked Snake with about 30 minutes left in the show. Don't forget, 450 Naked Snakes currently on the dock in a row. 4 years straight of Naked Snakies. Will it extend to 450? Let's find the next one. Wait, actually, back. All right. My husband ruined my birthday. Oh. Having an unstable relationship is like working retail. Everyone should just have to do it once. 100%. Cecil said this on the show Monday. Cecil was like, everybody needs to get broken half in a relationship once. Every single person, it would behoove you, and I'm not saying go do it on purpose, but it makes you a better person in every aspect to get absolutely your heart ripped out and demolished. It just makes you improve on everything. What do I mean by that? It just makes you more efficient at deciding what you want, deciding how you're going to take certain stances, deciding how you're going to approach communication, everything. It works wonders. Now, some people just never learn, right? Some people will be jealous boyfriends in every relationship they're ever in, and I'll never understand it, right? Jealous girlfriends are one thing. Jealous boyfriends are cringe. That's the cringest shit in the world. I'll never understand that. Like, jealous females. I mean, females, I feel like tend to be way more insecure, right? I mean, that's just like girls tend to be more insecure, right? Obviously. But I don't know. Something's really gross about a jealous boyfriend. Don't know why. Got to keep the household rock solid. Thank you, Diane Chase. So let me explain that a little, because I feel like I'm probably not explaining it very well. So here's the deal. Both are gross and hetero. I think jealous men are grosser for some reason. Diane says if they're jealous, they're cheating. Not always. Obviously not always, but like maybe they have a tendency to. Maybe they're they have a tendency to do it if they're acting that way. I'm just saying, like, dudes that get like yelling, screaming, fighting mad, that's so cringe. Dude, fucking grow up. Set a boundary and adhere to it. If you can't, then fucking move on. Right? If you're that overly jealous and psychotic over your girl, like working in a place that happens to have a guy working there too, because this is how bad it gets sometimes. Either A, have the conversation, or B, move on. You can leave, right? That's how I am. I'm not like that. I'm not hyper jealous in any way, shape, or form. If you're my girl, let's say Diane is my girlfriend, and I'm like, hey Diane, I see you talk to Jeffrey like fucking 24/7, and you said you got coffee with Jeffrey. And I don't know who this Jeffrey guy is, but I see you talking to this motherfucker a lot. I don't like it, so stop it. And if Diane's like, okay, and then doesn't stop, I'm gonna ask her again. Hey, look, I'm not comfortable with this. You're gonna fix this shit, right? And I'm not mad. I would never do it in an angry tone. I'm just gonna tell you. And if Diane continues to do it, I'm gonna be like, all right, and I'm gonna be like, I wish you well. See you later. I'm moving on to base queen. Right? That's how it works for me. And I'm not mad when I do it. I'm like, okay, this is something you can't get past. So I'm gonna move on. And it's not a jealousy thing. It's 100% based in respect. That's what it's based on. Right? I ain't talking to no girl 24/7. Right? Not something I'm interested in at all, to be fair. Why would I, right? So figure it out, or I'm just gonna move on. That's how easy it is. But if you're screaming and crying and freaking out and following her around and reading her phone and shit, yeah, you're a psycho and you need to freaking figure that shit out. Set a boundary, move on. Okay. WS says that's trust issues. Oh, absolutely not. No. Setting a boundary for a preference in a relationship is not a trust issue. We haven't even got to the point of trust yet. I am not okay with this thing. I am voicing that now. If it's something you can't reconcile, I will move on. Right? To get to the point where I have a trust issue is we even have to get that far in the relationship. If you can't adhere to the first boundary, we ain't even getting to that point. It's very easy for me to 86, like my boy said. I'm just like, all right, cool. Well, I understand that you can't work with this, so I'm gonna move on. Right? There's no anger in it. There's nothing in it. Just look, there's something you can't reconcile. I wish you well. Very easy to me. But it doesn't weigh on my mind. Does that make sense? Like I don't think about it. I'm not like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think about it. I'm not angry. I don't freak out. I don't sneak around. I just tell you, look, something I'm not okay with. You don't need another outlet. Okay. I don't need another outlet. You don't need another outlet. We figure that out. Right. Because you can ask the question immediately, right? Okay. So like let's say me and Debbie are together because base queen fucking ruined my life. So me and Debbie are together now, Webb. And I'm like, look, okay. She's like, hey, my friend Billy, I talk to him 24/7. I've noticed you talk to Billy 24/7. I don't really like it. I'm just letting you know that. Right? And she's like, I don't know. But then I let her know, well, okay, well, I talk to my friend Helena 24/7. And I lean on her for all my advice. And also she's a supermodel. How are you going to feel? You're going to be like, well, I don't know about that. That's kind of disrespectful that you're leaning on another person that happens to be hyper attractive. Not as if that matters, but you get what I'm saying. It matters a little bit. I'm not going to be naive and tell you it doesn't. It does. If you're talking to a 500-pound guy that's in an easy scooter, and I'll be like, I don't really want you talking to other dudes, like 24/7. But Jerry is pretty fat. Right? It matters bigly. Fathom, do you need your Switch fixed or upgraded? I repair them. Also, if you need a Switch too, let me know. I got several on pre-order I'm getting from France. I don't think so, but I appreciate it. I don't use my Switch very often, and I don't really know if I'll get a Switch 2 until it just happens randomly. I love you, Fathom, though. I appreciate that. I'll let you know if that changes, though, for sure. All right. Travis Adams. Drive on. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Travis Adams with a pink boy getting us exactly 50 from Naked Snake. Thank you, Travis. I love you. Appreciate you. I love you, man. I appreciate you, man. Well, I mean, to kind of allude to some more things like Debbie Webb and, the question or the statement sparked by her was the biggest thing you can do to prevent any kind of breakdown of a relationship is not putting yourself in the position to allow that to happen. Right? There is going to come a time where you're going to have some kind of disagreement. Maybe it's extreme, maybe it's not. Maybe they're small ones that compound. Right? But if you have a guy friend you're talking to 24/7 and leaning on emotionally, those things in your personal relationship that you're disagreeing on, or the strife that you are experiencing, will start to accrue in resentment. That resentment will allocate for change that otherwise would have never happened. Right? It is putting yourself in a position to allow for something that shouldn't happen to happen. The best way you can prevent that is for not letting that happen. For example, right? If let's say I'm married and another content creator, female content creator, starts messaging me every day, and we're to become friends. And by the way, she's super hot, because this is important. And we're talking every day. Right? And it just so happens that me and my wife are like, we're kind of going through a rough patch, and we're kind of arguing a little bit. We still love each other. We still have nothing's changed, but we're going through a little rough patch. Kind of stressed out. Suddenly, this content creator that I have a great relationship with, that we laugh and cut up all the time, suddenly I'm feeling something. Suddenly I'm feeling attraction. I'm feeling attraction that otherwise would have never existed. And the strife I'm experiencing with my wife isn't that big of a deal at all. It's something that can easily be worked through. Easily. But my mind knows that I have a best friend, content creator girl, super hot, super nice, super welcoming, and super reasonable. Suddenly, my mind is thinking things unbeknownst to me, and something that shouldn't have been possible, but I put myself in this situation. And once you start feeling those things, you can't turn them off. The best way is to not put yourself in that position. We are all human, bar none. We're all people, bar none. Maybe it's not a big deal that you're talking to another guy or another girl. But putting yourself in the position to develop feelings when you're going through strife, when otherwise that would have never happened, that is why that boundary is set to begin with. Because maybe your wife never intended on something happening, ever. But maybe she's going through some strife. And suddenly that option has presented itself, and it's actually more attractive, and she never realized it was there. And it shouldn't have been. Because you could have worked through it in 2 seconds, and you'd still be married 10 years later. But she just so happened to have that guy friend. And now she left you, and she dated him for 2 months and then broke up with him. And nothing fucking changed. And now you're just divorced for no reason. That's why you don't allow that boundary to be broken. Travis Adams, love you, dude. Billy says, for the snake. Love you, Billy. Appreciate you, Billy. Leroy, you fucker. Leroy, shut your ass. I took a hit. When I was reading that, man. My mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yeah. I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Hey. Then he told me how he had been lying to me for weeks on end. Oh. And then she deletes it. Thank you, Billy. By the way, Auto Ramel. No rain. I think we'll be all right. No rain, no rain, no rain, no rain. Auto Ramel with the pink boy. Thank you, buddy. I love you. We officially have hit Naked Snake. Auto Ramel. Thank you, my friend. Now we just need Master Lions for those 10 gifteds so we can feel complete in our soul and heart. Thank you, buddy. Auto Ramel, ODA, my band. He's the man with a plan. Thank you, buddy. I love you. Charitard. That's fine for dating, but marriage, especially with kids, is a whole nother story. If you live together and create a life together, then at least try to defend your marriage unless she outright leaves. Yeah, I agree. Charitard. I love you. Appreciate you. I gotta message somebody real quick. Okay. Thank you so much, Charitard. I love you. I appreciate you. You're the GOAT. Malcolm Ben Dawson said, I recently started working out again and have a solid daily workout plan. What's your opinion on powders and shakes? When are they necessary? If you were skipping a meal, okay, I would do it. You know, hey, maybe you haven't eaten in 4 hours. I would just pound one, and I would drink one after your workout, and I would drink one maybe at 9 or 10 if you go to bed at midnight, you know. I only do like 2 a day though. But usually it's just I get these like shakes from Costco and I just pound them. I used to get the powder, but I don't really care about the powder anymore. The Costco ones are kind of cheap. They're like $20 for like 12. And the tub is like 50 or 60 now or 70 now. The tubs are. So it's almost like, who cares? What about protein shakes? Are they any good? Well, I mean, it depends on the Fairlife ones are amazing. Other than that, they're all kind of gross. Thank you, Malcolm. I love you, dude. Appreciate you. I love you, Malcolm. He pounds the shakes from Costco. Hell yeah, baby. Hell yeah, baby. Zephon says you're going to wash the Baldo for Rekieta tonight. I did about an hour ago. A little bit of that sweepy sweep. Fasting is bomb. No, thank you. Muscle milk's a good one. Oh, I hate muscle milk, man. I think it tastes like disease. It just tastes like disease. Okay. Did we finish reading this one yet? Oh, no, we didn't even read it yet. Oh, my God. All right. It says, I feel like my girlfriend is no longer attractive. Oh, here we go, boys. This is going to be a fun one for the chat. It says, I am in a somewhat long-term relationship with my girlfriend of 6 years. We found each other during the pandemic and in many ways have grown together. We have lived together for a few years now and have a very healthy relationship. My only problem is that I'm not sure I have the same attraction I once had. Oh, no. In every way, she is an amazing human being, one of the best people I've ever met. She's also helped me become a better person, also cared for me deeply, and has stood by my side even during a massive career pivot to a new company. I consider her in almost every aspect a better person than me and respect her more than anyone. This is why I'm literally sobbing as I type this. Okay, now you calm down, dude. Stop. If you're sobbing as you write the Reddit story, she needs to leave your ass. Calm down, Jesus Christ, bro. It's fucking Reddit. I'm sobbing. If you're sobbing, okay, here's the thing. I can answer my guy's question immediately. You ready? If you're sobbing as you type this, then you're probably still attracted to her, my friend. If you feel empathy and you feel horrible that you may cause strife in her life, it's because you love her, you dumbass. What the fuck are we reading right now? What are we even reading? I'm literally sobbing. Well, that probably means you love her, man. You dumb. What? I don't think I'm attracted to her. Well, apparently you are because you're sobbing or you're lying. Oh, low dragon. Jesus. You got him. All right. Well, let's continue. Cry boy. In the last year or so, I have gradually become less and less enthused to see her every day. Despite her being so excited when I walk in, I've started solitude in my office at the home and staying late at work to avoid her. There's not a single aspect that has caused this, rather a shift in perspective from my end on all parts of her personality. I thought maybe if I just found some more time to myself, things would get better. I even told her I was needing some more decided solitary time, and she was happy to comply. But it didn't help. I had a draft of discussing things in detail I did not like, but I physically couldn't bring myself to hit the post. All I will say is that I'm no longer physically attracted to her and have even found myself repulsed after seeing her. Oh my God. Her personality and chronically depressive episodes also have taken a large toll on my sanity and happiness. I feel unbelievably selfish for not wanting to be there beside her anymore, but it seems like in the 5+ years, things have not improved at all. Okay, look, I can speak to this. I know it's shitty. I know it's shitty. But when your girlfriend is like depressed often, you start getting less attracted to her. I know it's shitty and it's assholey, but it's human nature. You want your girl to be pepped up, excited, and inspiring and lifting your ass up. And if she's bringing your ass down, you're going to resent it. That's just life, man. And I know it's not fair because she's depressed, but women often leave their husbands when they have cancer, and men often leave their wives when they have cancer. There's a reason for it. But it sucks, but that's just the nature of the beast. Is that Mr. Hypnotic? Oh my God. Hypnotic, bobotic, rambotic. Africa, Bambata. I am now considering letting her know how I feel and moving on. A lot of bad stuff is going on in her life right now, and instead of being happy to comfort her, being around her is grating. I've been looking at other apartments for months, but I don't know what to do. I want to like her because I know I love her. That makes no sense. But nothing sparks my joy in the relationship anymore. Is it selfish to want to move on? How would I even start this conversation? Look, dude. People in the chat are like, what are you leaving out? This is incredibly vague. Yeah. I don't know. You're extremely vague. Yep. Yep. Where's the response? Yeah, so yeah. Here's what I'm thinking. That cancer status, is that real? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. It might just be like a common thing. I don't think it's a wives' tale though. So, anyways, here's how I'll explain this because this guy's obviously being very vague. What probably happened is she got fat. Look, dude, I'm gonna be real with you guys. I'm not gonna lie. She probably got fat, dude. That shit will turn you. I know it would me. And I know that's mean. I get it. But I wouldn't leave. Like if I love my chick and she got jiggly, I would be like, hey, I go to the gym 5 days a week, baby. I want you to come with me. Let's take this journey together. Right? Now, obviously, if she fights that shit and she's angry and offended, fuck it. Whatever then. You know? But you can't reverse something like that. If you are not attracted to the person you're with, you're done. That's it. It's over. Right? You can't make yourself be attracted to somebody. Now, that being said, what probably happened, here's A, she got fat. That's the easiest solution. B, here's the most likely solution. He started dating her. It was his first sexual relationship in a long time. He confused sex for love. And he doesn't actually connect with this girl. I remember on Tinder, man. I remember like it was yesterday. I would be on Tinder and I would match with a girl and she would be the hot dude. She would be so unbelievably attractive that I can't even believe that she's hanging out with me. We would have great conversations. We would hang out, and 5 minutes into hanging out, I would be thinking, I want to leave. I just want to go home. I want to go home and play like games. You know? I want to go play Oblivion, right? And when I recognized that, as soon as I felt that, And it was very often. That was it. I knew that I wouldn't be able to be with this girl. I can think of 3 girls off the top of my head immediately that I remember feeling that and being like, yeah, I would never be able to be with this girl. I would never be able to be in a relationship with this girl. Pump and dump, right? But there is an opposite version of this where you meet a girl or a guy, obviously, and the only thing you think about is being with them. And the funnest thing, the absolute best time in your mind is to sit with them in silence and enjoy each other's presence. If you find a person that you can sit beside and enjoy just being in their presence, that's gold. And a lot of people mistake sex for love and they get married and they end up being in a situation where they're like, I don't fucking like this person. I just don't like this person. And it takes years for you to, for some reason, either A, figure it out, or B, start resenting it. Right? Rage. Holly movie star, secret lover is what you want to be while making love. You're silently calling on me. Was a man to do in a situation like that? Just keep it on the down low. Are you singing a song right now? What are you doing, Holly? What are you doing? I agree, Lord Frieza. What's up? I agree, Lord Frieza. I'm right there with you. What's up, Real Wade? How you doing, baby? 50 likes till 300, baby. 50 likes. I probably scared off all the girls in the chat when I said she probably got fat. Look, dude, we're human. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I must be straight up with you. You know, I mean, we're human, dude. People have preferences. If you meet a girl and she's 4'11" and 9 pounds, 90, I mean, nah, she's dead. No, 90 pounds. She's slick as hell. And then 2 years later, she's 300 pounds. That's not the person you start dating, bro. And you'd be lying to say it's not. Sorry. You know? So take care of yourself. Take care of your physical fitness. It's just as important as everything else. Your physical fitness and your activeness is just as important as everything else in life. You know? You got to get jacked. Take her to the gym with you, man. Oh. If you love her first, getting fat isn't an issue. It is, if you want me to continue to be physically attracted to you. A relationship does not work if you're not physically attracted to your significant other. It's just, I love the hard body tomboys. Bro, Rage, we are the same guy. Rage, hell yeah. What's up, dude? No, like, I have to be physically attracted to my significant other. I just have to be. Right? Now, look, I understand, though, I'm not going to like lie to you. I understand that when you do love a person, there is an attractiveness there just from your adoration. Is that the right word? But it can only go so far. You know? It can only go so far. Right? I like that belly. I like that belly that's super fit, but not quite a six pack. I get you, Rage. I get you. Allie says the right love can be blind to a point, though. Basically, exactly what I said like a minute ago. There's a line, right? It would be completely unfair, Allie. Right? So, if you met me, Allie, and I got an 8-pack, and I'm at the gym 5 days, 6 days a week, and I got my diet on point, and I'm using that motivation in other areas of my life, and then one day I fucking stop going, stop giving a shit, and I'm laying around the house and I do that for 5 years and I'm 380 pounds, you're not going to respect me in the same way you did before. And you're going to be less physically attracted to me. You know, love works. Yeah, dude, love works. And that's why I said if I love a person and I see that shit's starting to happen, I'm going to be like, "Hey, let's go on this journey together. Let's self-improve ourselves." I'm not just going to dip the fuck out and be like, "Fuck you, Allie." You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to be like, "Hey, Allie, my titties are getting fat. You know, we're both kind of getting out of shape. Let's take a journey together and fucking use this as a growing experience together." I'm going to try to fix it, right? I'm not just going to be like, "Bye, Allie. Tired of you." You know what I'm saying? Don't bring Aw. 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 I agree, David Kelly. Maybe not. Oh, I understand your name now. Disease can cause weight gain. Yes, less than 0.8% of the time, though, statistically speaking. So it's negligible, right? So an outlier is not the rule. It is just that the exception. Although not discounted, but also not adhered to. Do you love me? We'll step on a scale. Hell yeah. Oh, hey, it's my boy, the Canadian red boy himself. What's up, buddy? What's up, buddy? How you going to put a paper bag over a body, Michael? How you going to put a paper bag over a body? But how big, Flutterbat? Like, how big, Flutterbat? Are you a foodie? Are you a foodie? Are you a feeder? How big we talking about? Oh, yeah, lost bullets. Y'all got reamed. Oh, Pierre. He should have just sided with Trump. He would have probably won. Trump is the GOAT. You know? Trump is the man. And then he would have won. But Pierre's stupid. He even lost his seat at Parliament. What are you doing, Pierre? Come on. Come on, Pierre. Oh, Debbie says an attitude like that wouldn't make it to the first date. What kind of attitude? I forgot what we're talking about. You talking about like being big, like being overweight? Yeah, no, I agree. Like, I think we all can be reasonable and say people have preferences, right? I would look, my preference is as that of Rage LB. Rage LB. I go to the gym 5 to 6 days a week. I compete in a professional auto sport. I'm an athlete. It says on Wikipedia I'm an athlete. Therefore, I will have preferences. So my preference is girls that are in incredible shape, right? So that's going to be a thing. And that's going to be the first date thing, right? Otherwise, I'll never make it to the first date either, right? So, yeah, I agree, kind of. But like, it's a preference thing, right? And Debbie says, after having a child, you can always bounce back. Sure. And I think that becomes a different conversation, right? But I do think there's here's something I can kind of bridge both gaps, right? As long as you're working to improve yourself, there is something to be said about it. Because a lot of these things that we're talking about has to do with respect, right? If let's say, Debbie, you pop out your puppy. We have a puppy together, right? And like your body changes, you're going through some changes. We get it, right? But you're going, you're going. We got the daycare. You're going to the gym. You're trying to improve yourself because you're showing that you have some self-respect. That goes a long way, right? maybe you're not going to be shredded, right? But I think the self-respect weighs a lot in the conversation. You know, I'm not just saying like, I'm saying, you know, you sitting at home, you eating damn little Debbie's and shit. That's when it goes sideways, right? And I think getting comfortable is something you should never do in a relationship. Because when you get comfortable, shit starts to slide. And that's how it works in everything, not just relationships. Relationships are not special when it comes to professional relationships, professional abilities, passions, interest. When you stop focusing on these things, they fall to the wayside. And relationships are the same way. They take constant work, right? And I think something can be said about, if as long as you're working to improve yourself, that goes a long way, is what I mean, right? And I think I need to allude to and be more specific on what I'm talking about. I'm talking about letting yourself go. You know what I'm saying? Like, go. Like, letting yourself fucking go. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about like you need to be shredded, but work towards something, self-improvement. And if you have to be on a scooter at Walmart, we've already hit the wall, baby. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Duke Mageddon. Thank you, buddy. Duke Mageddon. Everything woke turns to shit. Duke Mageddon coming in here swinging. He's swinging with the haymakers. Thank you, Duke. Appreciate you, Duke. Appreciate it, Duke. Maybe not. My hubby has ALS. Oh, it sucks. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe not. I can't even imagine. Antioscopic bilateral sclerosis. Fuck, I can't say it. Lou Gehrig's disease. Literally the most nightmarish condition that has ever existed. So I hate that you have to go through that. I can't even imagine. That's awful. That's terrifying. That was like my biggest irrational fear when I was a teenager. Was ALS. When I was a teenager, I had this irrational fear that I would just develop ALS one day. It's the scariest thing. Oh, it's terrifying. I'm coming for you, Cody. See you next week. Okay. Good. Do chronic, my boy. I did. I thought you were talking about anti-aliasing. No, not even. Flutterbat says my limit's 200 pounds, maybe 220. Anything bigger, that's just, oh, that's fine. Yeah, see, I'm talking like 400, dude. You know, that's 200 out of the question for me, but that's, you know, unless they're like 6'1", then that's almost. I love me some tall chicks, man. That's my shit. That's my shit. How are pups? Fat and old. Fat and old. 200 is heavy for female? Nah, dude. Now, so look, check it out. I've hung out with girls that are like 6'1" and 175 pounds. And they are in great shape. Hung out with this girl that was 6'1", blonde, and 175, and she had like core definition, and but she was crazy. Like punch holes in walls and throw shit and threaten to kill you in your sleep. Crazy. So it could not work, but she was ungodly attractive. You know, I went out with a girl who had 2 kids she wouldn't put out. Then a month later, I found out she was pregnant with the same guy and still single. She's still single today. No, baby. No. That's that's one of the pet peeves, right? 39 likes away from 300. That's one of the pet peeves. If you like are in your 30s as a woman, right? And you've been through the ringer, like you've been married twice, you've definitely had sex with like 100 dudes. That's totally fine, by the way. I've never cared about that. I'm not one of those guys. But then we hang out and you're like, I want to wait 6 months. Nah, baby. If I buy a car with 300,000 miles and I start that some bitch and it's like, no, you can't start it for 6 months. Nah, baby, I'm selling that. And I would do the same thing. Look, dude, I have been through the ringer. When I got my divorce 10 years ago, I downloaded Tinder and I went through Tinder, man. Like I went through it. And I would never tell a girl like nowadays, I must wait 6 months for you. No, baby, I ain't making you wait, girl. I made the absolute girls I couldn't stand to be around more than 30 seconds. I didn't make them wait. So I got you, baby. But I'm also a man. I don't want to wait. Let's go. Let's go. All right. I can only wait 2 hours. Yeah, dude, same. Oh, fuck, dude. I'm having a lot of fun on this stream. 30 likes away. I'm sorry, guys. I'm rambling. It's already too late. I'm just having fun, and I'm having fun. We got a lot of new faces. We have a lot of good people that are letting some good conversations happen, like Debbie and Allie. I like when people like have some interesting perspectives we can talk about. Can you do a flat flip? Hell no. I ain't trying to break my legs, dude. And do I look like I want to die today? All right. Oh, that naked snake, boys. He's here. Let's see where we at. Let's do. You better Palladian. We got more viewers than Cecil. I just want to put this out there. Just want to put it out there that we have more viewers than Cecil. Everybody, shout out. Cecil's a bitch. Just letting you know, Cecil's a bitch, and we're kicking his ass. He thought he was so slick, and we took him down, boys. We took him down, boys. Let's see if we can do that. Any GameStop spies in chat, you know they're there. They're waiting, ready, and able. They're gonna get us. They're gonna get us, boys. Oh, fuck. Come on, dude. Why y'all playing in fucking? People be playing in fucking weird aspect ratios. All right. All right, boys. Where am I? The male equivalent to waiting 6 months is having to introduce her to your parents, sight unseen, no idea what she looks like. Palladian says Review Tech said he'd box you any day of the week. How you take them allegations? I don't know. It'd feel bad hitting Rich. I don't know if I could do that. I don't want to hit Rich. That'd be like hitting a big old baby. All right. Let's do Naked Snake, everybody. Make sure you guys like the stream. We're doing Naked Snake for the 450th show in a row. Thank you guys so much for all your love today. You guys have been crazy as hell. 450 Naked Snakes in a row. And then, before you guys dip the hell out tonight, we've been live for over 3 hours. I know it's been a little bit longer. But that being said, we're going to raid Devin Blocks on YouTube. So I want you to follow the raid and say Cam Raid. Because he's got 8 people watching this show right now. So I want you guys to pop in the chat, Cam Raid, give him some love. It'd be really cool if we can get a lot of viewers in the show. Just give him some love. I think that'd be real fun. And I'm going to watch him play Oblivion while I play Oblivion. So let's do Naked Snake for the 450 time in a row. Thank you guys so much. Big shout out to Maybe Not, Debbie, Allie, and a few other people for really good conversations tonight. I appreciate you guys. All the Otto, Travis, Bates Cleed, April, Billy, Helena, Gotcha, Sarah, Ray, Gabriel, Tori, Michael, Billy Hatcher. You guys know who you are. I love you guys. Appreciate you guys so much. Let's do Naked Snake. Is rating after 1K subs? I actually don't know. But we just get sent there. Yep, you do not have to leave. It will just auto refresh you into the stream. So here we go. Naked Snake. Yes, it will auto rate. It will auto rate. Here we go, boys.
What a thrill with darkness and silence through the night.
Oh, Vixen.
What a thrill. I'm searching, now melting to you.
Here we go, boys.
What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
In my time, there be nobody else. Vixen, Helena, cry. It's the way I fly to you. Donna, thank you, baby. I'm still in a dream. Say, Kita, Vixen.
Someday we'll go through the rain. Someday you feed on a tree frog. It's a trial to survive.
Palladio! Toss some more singles. Hell yeah. Sad lad Chad. I give my life. Not for honor, but for you. In my time, Vixen, urban nobody else. Cry, it's the way I fly to you. I'm still in a dream. Snake eaters, 450 times in a row, boys. Can you believe it? One more time. Vixen, thank you for the threes. Here we go, boys. Oh my God. Vixen, I love you. Thank you so much. You guys, the goats, the myths, the legends. 20 likes from 300. Give it some love. I appreciate you guys more than you damn know. Let's raid. Devin Blocks, say raid in the chat. Cam raid in the chat. Cam raid. Saturday stream. I don't know. I race in the NASCAR Truck Series Friday in Texas. But so I don't know if I'll be home in time, but I'll try. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you guys over there. New video tomorrow. Get the hell on it. Diggity dog. On it. Hell yeah.